There we go.
I just went live.
All right. So Joel has graciously offered to do our intro
You're already
tonight.
talking. You already did it.
To you, buddy.
All right. Well, this is the Arcade Road Trip episode.
I think it's actually Arcade Hangout, right? But
Arcade
Road Trip
Hangout.
hosted by
Hosted by Road Trip.
Road Trip.
Hosted by Road Trip. Hosted by Road Trip.
You know who the hell we are, or else you wouldn't be on here. Actually, if you know who the hell we are, you probably really shouldn't be on here. I mean, come on now.
Exactly. Should have learned by now.
Right.
Should have learned to
All right,
tune out.
You think it's going to get better? It's not going to get better.
No, this is just going downhill.
It's totally going downhill.
So, someone spit out Brad's spiel.
What's the spiel? I never pay attention to Brad.
Dude, we're on episode like 80. You have 80 episodes. And you
Episode
don't know the fucking
74. We're on episode 74. I knew that all along because I've been paying attention. So welcome to episode 74 of the Arcade Googly Bits Hangouts.
Be right back.
That's Googly
on the
Bits,
road
not
trip.
Dangly Bits.
Dangly Bits Hangouts road trip when tripping on the road in Canada. My name is Joel Griffin Dodge. You might know me from shows such as Arcade Icons. Okay.
Is this fucked up for everyone else, or is it just me?
No, it's everybody.
I was letting him go because like sometimes it happens just for me, but like he's just gone fucking total. I don't even know what.
No, he roboted on me too.
Yeah. All right. I was hoping for a great Arcade Icons intro. Apparently, we're not going to get that. So that was Joel from Arcade Icons, arcadeicons.com or some shit like that. Maybe on YouTube.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. You went broken.
You know what? Too much talking for the bandwidth.
Oh.
Too many words per bit.
Speak slower and try again.
I am English. Do you understand me?
What is the show? What is our question?
All right. The show.
Slower.
Slower. I don't know. I can't remember what the show is. But I do have the
74.
question. I should do this for a living.
Why don't we do this with you every night? I mean, like every
night. I do this to my wife every night. That's why I'm in the shed.
And she's like, slower.
Slower. Stop talking like a retard. What is the oldest game you have owned by year of manufacture? So, who's going to go first? I think a late starter, Mr. Jibbo Ding.
Good morning, Turd Brain.
Hey, Jim, what's your last name?
Bodini.
That's right.
And don't you forget it. What was the question? What's
your oldest game by year?
That I've ever that I own currently or ever owned?
Ever owned.
What year did I don't know all the dates. What year did Monaco GP come out? Was that 80 or 79? 80, I think.
Marble Madness is older than Monaco GP.
No, it's not.
Really?
Marble Madness is 84.
Yeah, no. Atari System 1? That's way later.
Yeah. Here, I'm on club.
Take those giant boobs out of your ears, Buffett.
I can't help it.
Yeah,
man.
Monaco GP is 1980. That's probably the oldest. Otherwise, I was thinking Centipede's like 80 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so Centipede's my oldest game too.
I don't think I've ever owned anything in from the 70s.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would like a gunfight someday.
Bam.
because I have nostalgia with that
Just-
playing that game with my dad. So,
Nice.
but that's about it. I don't really have any other attachments. So, but yeah, I would say Centipede / Monaco GP, 1980. Boom. I like this question. It's really fast. Let's pass it out.
We're gonna be done with this fucking show in like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, we go for
Finish.
maximum efficiency here.
Right.
I'll pass it right back to Joel. Take that, fuck
Nice.
face. No, just kidding. You
Notice
dick.
the fast reaction time on that one.
That was just bam.
Is that better? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Wow.
we can hear you now.
If before was bad where we couldn't hear you at all, now is good where we can hear you. Period.
It's like our guest last week where he sounded as quiet as a mouse and then he plugged his headset in as a.
Oh my god, that was.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Like whoo.
All right, let me just.
Who's got YouTube turned on?
Not me.
Not me.
No, I'm
Joel.
I don't have YouTube on.
Someone is
Why is
doing some horrible deja vu shit to the show right now.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think it's my? Do you think I'm getting feedback through this?
You sound odd. I don't know.
Probably because we're used to your nice microphone that you normally use.
Maybe that's it.
Your good get up.
I don't know. But you sounded normal before we went live.
Oh, I guess we have to go offline.
We
All right.
seem to be
so
having
this is
technical
now
difficulties.
we're back to like real time, right?
Jeez. Yes, real time. Whatever that means.
Yeah, everything seems fine to me right now. It
Oh my
must be
God.
me. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. Or are you? No, everyone seems okay to me.
Everything's fine on this side.
Yep.
It's
right.
Andrew. I better start talking in the Arby's voice. That fixes everything.
So confused.
Uh-oh.
I'll
I
just
gotta go
start
pull something out of the
talking
oven. Oh, Jesus.
Hey guys, who likes roast beef?
All right, I'm done. Everything's crystal clear, in sync.
Did I drop acid before I started the show tonight? What the hell's
I
going
think you
on?
did. Oh yeah, I need to watch this now. See if we've got 5 viewers. All right, this is just awkward.
No, it's super awkward, and I'm very confused and a little bit terrified.
Doing the Manhattans tonight. Nice.
Yes, that's right. This is number 2, and I'm almost done with number 2. So
That a boy. We're going
Fuck
for a
yeah.
super fuck Wednesday. That was part of the reason why I was late. I had to pick up more vodka.
I am now hearing me speaking again.
There was a little delay there. Your lips moved before your voice came out. Just a little bit. What the fuck was that? There was some serious feedback on that one.
That
Like
wasn't
squelch.
feedback, sir. That was actual movement.
That was you squelching?
What
Yes.
the fuck is going on tonight?
I want one of those Manhattans you're drinking because you're all confused and I don't know why. But Orange Whip says we're all fine. It was only Joel who is gone. What the fuck?
Here
Let's
we-
cancel this
I'm
show.
hearing
This is so
everyone
fucking
like
weird.
3 times. It's fucking crazy.
Can you still everybody? Oh, hey, it's Dave from Buffalo. Dave.
That'll balance it out.
Dude. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna stop talking because
Maybe you should rejoin. Maybe that would fix it. Or have another Manhattan. Just pound that one.
Oh, Joel's back. All right.
I have totally had better acid trips than this.
Oh,
Andrew's on
right.
acid?
Wednesday.
Yeah. Maybe it's a
LSD
flashback.
is a hell of a drug.
All right. So remember, this was going to be the quick question that we get out of the way.
Yeah.
Holy fucking
Do it.
shit.
And we're
All right.
still
Fuck you!
Apparently, I'm an acid tonight. I'm leaving. I'll be right back.
okay. We'll be here. We'll be waiting, but not. We'll be answering the question. All right, Joel. What is the oldest game in your collection?
Thanks for keeping us on the rails.
I just want to get the question over with. I feel like it's a
So
to-do
do I.
list, right? Like it's a to-do
I do
list.
too.
Like we need to do the question, and then we can get on with our bullshit.
Maybe we should poll like our 5 viewers and ask them, how important is the question of the week?
I think at the moment they're just grateful that we're at. Well, maybe they're not grateful that we're on because we are getting comments about awkward silences.
I
So
heard no silence.
you're back.
All I heard was like, I don't know how many layers.
This
like,
reminds me of my
fucked up
first
audio.
date. That's awesome.
right?
Titan 142. That was great.
Yeah. And Xenon Pinball. I'm not
Oh,
familiar with that one.
Lethargy's in the chat too.
So, we can talk about that shit after we get over with the question, which should be,
Mike.
dare I say, a quickie. Quickie.
No,
Yeah,
don't say that.
Mike's in the YouTube chat.
I can say it if I
Because-
want to.
Admiring Andrew's
Back
acid.
direction.
All right, Joel, answer the. Would
Mike.
you just answer the fucking question?
Do it.
No, I never did it. No, that's Breakfast Club.
That's- I'm so glad this is back to normal.
I know.
Oh, you sobered up.
But
No, I have
Joel,
not
are you
sobered
with
up at
us?
all, but like,
Joel,
acid
are you?
stop.
No,
is
we
he-
can't hear
is he
you.
Typing? He's muted or what?
yeah, I think he can't be heard.
All
I
right,
thought you
Mike,
did IT, Joel.
Wow.
are you still in Colorado? You should join the show.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can chat
Oh,
Street
he's in the
Fighter.
chat.
He's on the YouTube. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So
great.
Jim wants to play you on your Street Fighter board in the Big Blue
Oh, I want to play everyone.
in August.
We're gonna have a Street Fighter party.
That's right. So
No cosplay.
hopefully he's still in Colorado because last I heard he was moving away.
Probably
Maybe.
California. One of the
No,
coasts.
he's going east. Yeah.
All
He's
right.
going that right coast.
All right. Well, Joel can type it out in the chat. Meanwhile, let's pass it on.
Yeah. You get to
What was
pass it
that?
to the real.
So what was the answer to the first question?
Jim had 1980, and it was
yeah.
80
GP Monaco.
Monaco.
And Centipede. Yep.
Instead of
Yeah.
There's going to be a quiz at the end.
Yeah.
How well
Take
do you know
notes.
your arcade hangout, people?
Sorry, where's my pencil?
What
Yeah.
drug was Andrew
Sorry.
on at the beginning of the show? That'll be a bonus question.
How well do you know your arcade hangout, people's
All right,
old
I'm
games?
gonna pass
So-
Joel to the Buffett.
Woohoo! Well,
Hey,
I-
boobies. What's the answer? Yeah.
that's it. I would have to
It's
guess.
the
I don't
Boo
know.
buffet.
Yeah, that's it. The two, it's a toss up between the two, and they're both. It would be Paddle Battle and the Quadrupong.
Hmm.
Years?
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both from storage. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea, but they're very old.
Mid 70s, maybe.
We're trying to inform our viewers. What's the year?
I don't know. I've got to look it up on
Closet.
Halo. Hold on.
Holy shit.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Well, while you look that up, we'll play some music.
It
Actually,
says
that music kind of goes
Loop
with
that.
your dancing girl. Yeah.
Paddle Battle says year 1973.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
wow.
Our good normal host already put that in the chat. Yeah, 73 and Quadro is 74.
Woo, nicely
Thanks, Brett.
done. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so there you go. 73 and 74. So I don't know how. Now, the only other game I got that might be before that would be Eager Beaver. It's a pinball.
Paddle Battle and Eager Beaver. I'm seeing like some sort of like naughty theme here with your games. You got the bouncing boobs. You have things that sound like like they are a little on the randy side.
Did you start judging us?
No, I'm merely pointing out. Was there any
Let's
judgment
talk
in there?
about your big boobs.
Yeah.
No, your big butt.
Let's see what See what
We now
Google-
wins. Are we done with the questions?
Come on,
tonight?
Simone. Let's
Okay.
talk about your big butt. Where? Dave wasn't even here when you made that remark. That's right before the Andy.
1965.
Oh, winner, chicken dinner.
And
Ding.
I also have a 1965 Row AMI jukebox.
Mm.
Yeah. I got some fairly old stuff sitting around.
All right, that's
Yeah.
great. Pass it.
Does it work?
The jukebox does, yeah. I was showing you.
we're going for a record time.
That's right. So, are we done with this show tonight, or what?
This reminds me of the Arcade Outsiders 10-second spotlight where they actually did 10 seconds. That was like
That's
one of
right.
the best shows ever.
A stopwatch.
Yeah.
Go.
Go 8.2 seconds, or whatever.
About 3 words got sent, and then it went to the next guy. So,
That was great.
that's cool.
8.2 seconds. That sounds like me in bed.
That's it. You got
Wow,
problems.
Boy,
Like
got me
twice
by
as
at
many
least 2
seconds as Jim.
Yeah, exactly. I go for really maximum efficiency.
Okay, well, who hasn't gone then?
I haven't gone.
Give it to Gary.
Yoo-hoo! All right.
Said everyone here.
There we go. Nice. Missile Command 1980, and a little bit of trivia. It was kind of fun because I was going through, and I didn't go through all my games, but I was trying to figure out how many years I can go up to. Like, oh, I got an 80, I got an 81, I got a couple of 82s, I got an 83. I don't think I have an 84. But that was kind of fun to be like, oh, how far can I get in the list of years before I'm like, no. So, Cactus joined. Welcome.
Someone just passed
Oh,
the
you think you
gag.
can just come back after like being
I
away
know,
for
like-
months?
Right? Should
Who
we?
is this fucking stranger?
Yeah.
And he's gone.
All right, there we go. I didn't want to pass it to him anyway.
That's good. I kicked him.
I skewed.
Yeah, he smells.
I kicked that guy out of here. He doesn't belong here. He's not a regular.
Joel!
Regulars.
Oh my God, you're back. It's past. to you.
Hello.
Hello.
So
We got heavy breathing on line 1.
fuck this headset. There's
Yeah, fuck it.
there's
Go get
a
your setup
little,
that you normally use.
there's a little button right here for muting on the front of the headset, and it doesn't show mute on the computer. It just mutes the mic, and fuck you
Oh
if you
yeah,
didn't
that's like
notice.
Carrie's headset.
Yeah,
She usually
Like,
sits
oh.
on
Do
mute
that.
button.
Fuck it up.
Was that the button you meant to press when you were taking a piss on live?
Yes, that's the piss button.
Yeah.
Oh,
Press that piss button next time.
Should be a huge analog dial.
Click.
Big
just
old
like a
knob
flush.
right
Just
there.
like a flush.
It should have one of them little needle meters next to it as well, by my eye, like Google Glass.
Huh.
No?
What's the
Just
opposite?
back. Okay.
Flush is smooth and even. So what's the opposite of flush? Bulbous
Yes.
and tickly?
Bulbous and tickly, that's what it should
How
never
about-
be.
How about engorged? That's a good word.
Engorged.
And, ooh, no,
Yeah, I
no,
went
no.
there. You're talking about.
All you fuckers on YouTube, you asked,
Ah.
you knew what you're getting into.
I'm back on the internet. Look out, internet! I'm back and I'm in my shed because I'm not allowed in the house.
We got trouble. We
Yeah, right
got
here in
trouble.
River City, with the capital T that rhymes with P. That stands for pool. Stands for pool. That's your,
Here you go, white girl.
that's your music,
Standing alone on that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
music man. Hello, classic,
all right.
classic fucking musical theater.
And yada yada yada.
Okay.
All right.
That's the gag.
Right, so yeah, fuck it. Fuck me now. I lost my privileges with the dangling.
I know. God, I remember. God, there used to be a guy named
Oh!
similar to that
Is
was on
that,
our show a long
it's like
time
that
ago.
guy that always plays pinball and
Crass.
Pinball guy, pinball beer guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Pinball beer guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God.
I remember him. Yeah.
Kelly.
That's it.
Joe. Yes, that's it.
Stupid
That's
baseball caps, right?
oh yeah, flat
Yeah.
brim.
Kelly. Great big dick.
Swingy, Swaney, Swan. Here it is, Samsonite.
Samsonite. How could I
That was way
forget?
off.
What?
And your password is 1,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3. My God, that's the same password as my luggage.
God damn.
and get my luggage lock changed. Yeah.
My password is ...
Yeah.
Be a good
All right,
person.
Chris. What's your oldest game you've ever owned?
Is your mic working?
Nope.
No, he's
Why must we always pass it to the person?
Oh.
Did
Is it
Joel
working?
answer? Joel didn't answer. Spit your
Can you hear
answer
me?
out. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
was
Joel
messing
said
with
his
you
oldest
first.
game is fucking TMNT. Moving on.
Ah.
Oh my god.
You potty mouth.
Okay, so is it the oldest game I currently have, or that I've had?
Ever.
at
Doesn't
all?
matter.
Ever. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I couldn't say for sure. Probably Space Invaders. I had a Space Invaders cocktail.
Oh.
Either that or it was the Asteroids Deluxe. I think Space Invaders is older than Asteroids
I
Deluxe.
think
so.
there's old too.
Perhaps our
79.
judge from far away will.
Yeah.
If only Brad had an answer for us.
Will someone look this up on Clav?
Yeah.
He says SI.
SI?
The Space Invaders wins, I guess.
Yeah.
What's
Don't
the year?
use your fancy acronyms.
Might have
Space
the
Invaders.
other
Space
Ah,
Invaders
right.
He
still
says Space Invaders.
Yeah.
The thing that didn't quite make sense to me is that the cocktail had that little flippy lever instead of a left-right button.
That's right, the Switch. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really? Does it save that much space? I don't get it. You know?
No, but
Whatever.
it's like Sheriff or something like that, right? You
That's
could do
what I
that better
say.
with a different controller, but that's what they did.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yep. So yeah, sorry guys, I've been out for a little bit. You know.
Wait,
Pinball
so
season,
I'm
though.
sorry.
Play
Can you
pinball.
reintroduce yourself? Like, who
Yeah,
are
right.
you?
Yeah.
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 How did you get this link?
How do we find you
Yeah.
on Twitter?
Wow. I have to introduce
MySpace.
myself.
How do we find you on MySpace?
Yeah. Right.
Do you have a MySpace page? Because I want to hear your top 5 people and
BMX,
some bad music.
BMXbandit.geocities.com.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
GeoCities.
Oh.
No, Joel's taking it back years before MySpace. Nice.
Hmm.
What about what? Not Geo Tripod? Wasn't that another web hosting
Tripod.
site?
Yeah.
That's not
Named
dirt.
after me.
Wait, what's
Hey,
that?
Jimbo.
What's that? What's that?
Jimbo, I
the
like
name
your
of that
shirt, by
site?
the way.
Yeah.
Oh, we're bros.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, does that glow in the dark? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Why can't you grow an ass? Yeah, buddy.
Hey, we're talking about shirts here, Buffett. Come on, you don't even always
Going
always
ass.
asking us the same question.
All right, so yes, I'm Gak Attack on Twitter and other places, blah blah blah. So I can pass it to somebody, hopefully. Yes. Dave. Dave from
Nice.
Buffalo. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi,
Good.
how are you?
Welcome,
going to
caller
Brofest?
4.
What's shaking? Am I supposed to do something?
Yeah, are you going to Brofest and what are you drinking? Bud Light.
Whoa. No, I'm drinking a
Oh,
Tennessee
you
16,
sneaky
Wow.
bastard with your blue can.
a Jenny Light.
That's right.
He probably
Doesn't
got
come
it
in a
by
blue
accident.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Too drunk to read.
Right? That looks like a Bud Light.
Drink
Yeah,
by the
okay.
colors.
Blah,
Hate by the colors, and then there's
blue.
drinking by the colors.
Just blue
What kind of
cans.
beer do you want there, fella? I want the
Give me a blue one.
Just paint a can of 7-Up blue and he'll drink it.
well, no. In Buffalo, a lot of times if I say Bud Light, I'll get a Blue Light because that's 99% everybody here orders Labatt's.
What the fuck is a blue light?
Right?
Labatt's Light, Canadian.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's super
you're too far
popular. here.
north.
Yeah, it's always on special, and everybody.
Do you
I go out
spit
with
it out and say, what
This
the
is gonna make a noise like this.
make a noise like that?
And you sound like that too. Your voice just goes way up.
Sorry.
a way to make you
helium.
feel self-conscious there,
I know.
Jim.
It's all
Don't
cool.
worry there, Brian. It's okay. You're all right. We don't think you look silly in that baseball cap.
So,
Oh, this show is gonna
question
go
is-
right off the rails of the record.
What am I going to Brofest, or what's my oldest game? My oldest game would be Asteroids, and it doesn't work.
What's your oldest Brofest?
My oldest
By
Brofest
manufacturer.
is 2015. I've been to 2. I might go to 3. Andrew, are you going?
Dude, you gotta talk. Let's talk about that shit, because I haven't decided yet. My deciding factor is you, so.
Ooh, no pressure.
No pressure, Dave.
Wow. Yeah, I won't go till Friday though. That's the you're gonna have to go on Thursday.
Fuck, man, I gotta go on Thursday.
Yeah, you gotta go. Well, Leo might be there for Thursday.
Well, does Leo put out?
I don't know.
I mean,
you have to ask Leo that.
Let's get down to brass tacks. I know your answer to that question. Does Leo put out?
Oh wow, going for the never. You are planning ahead.
I know. Wow.
Never too hungover.
I say we kill him. Yeah. I say we hang him. Already
got him.
I say we stop him. Yeah.
Then we tattoo him.
Yeah. And then we bring him. Yeah. And then we go. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I haven't played that one in a long time.
I thought of you today. A guy I work with is obsessed with Teen Wolf, and he said something totally random. He goes, you know, the dog whistle kid died 2 years ago from a drug overdose.
What?
I'm like, what? I go, how random is that? How would you even know that?
Look at him. He's got weird eyes.
You know, the little kid in the store who's blowing the dog whistle.
Yeah,
the little kid in the store. I'm like, how
when he's like, it's broken. You know, like
I mean, kid's about 10.
He just like totally nails his head. He spits it out. It's broken.
What a terrible story.
I know, it's just totally random, but not many people would even know who the kid he was referring to was, except me.
He was probably what, like 12 or 13 in that movie.
Oh, maybe younger. I'm thinking 10.
Really?
10, 11. He was a little kid. He wasn't.
Dave in the chat on YouTube's Titan 142 is asking, "Were you ever in the Air Guard?"
Oh,
negative.
That's a negative.
Is that Ryan asking naval questions? No.
Oh no.
Under
what do you say,
guy's name?
I should look at the YouTube chat.
Are you suggesting that perhaps Ryan might be?
Gus said Dave's got asteroids, can't get off the toilet most days.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Jim, fail. That's dead air, dude. You were waiting for you to play the sound.
Play something, Dad. Burn.
I just played it.
No, we hear it.
You didn't hear it?
Dead
I just
air.
played it.
Nope.
I just said I got that right here.
Yep, dead air.
Are you playing Dead Air? Is that what you're playing?
Yeah.
Is that the MP3 you're playing?
You guys can't hear
this? All like awkwardly sitting around going, where's Jim with his sounds?
Yeah. Last one I heard, I remember, why can't you grow an ass? And that's about it.
Jim,
Grow that ass.
So you guys aren't
boards?
hearing.
No, we hear nothing.
Oh, weird.
You're broke.
That is bizarre.
Where'd that chat?
Huh.
Chat.
Plays through here.
Chat.
All right, so that's Jim Brokini. So
oh, burn. That is so bizarre. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's because it's playing through here. Weird. The sounds that are on center channel don't come through.
Andrew, do you read the Titan 142 comment about Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf has. Oh yes.
I don't remember that.
The guy jerking off.
It says there's a guy in the crowd with his.
At the very end of the movie, that has his
out.
junk out. Yeah, it has his junk out. It's like it's infamous.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
guess
one of the
rewatch that. I guess I'll have to rewatch it.
If you've never seen a dick, you should watch that movie. Because
well, if anything,
What's a
I get you
dick?
to watch a movie. I mean, come on.
All right. Stop this. Stop talking about the dicks.
Right.
Let's talk about boobs.
So if you've never watched a podcast with a dick in it, Joel is about to make your dreams come true.
That's right. Here I am.
Look at that dick.
Look, guys, a dick.
Here comes the dick. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Arcade Road Trip Hangout. Oh, we've done that bit.
Yeah. We do this once a week. We're a bunch of arcade collectors who come together and talk about dicks.
Oh, dicks.
Mostly.
Mostly dicks. Nice dick, bro.
Hey, man.
Okay, question. Oldest
dick.
game, right?
Oldest
We
game.
don't always come together.
We don't.
No,
No,
actually,
sometimes.
I mean,
Sometimes we come
frankly, most of
separately.
us are selfish and we never come together.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's more of
always
a race.
Look at you, Joel.
Oh,
Is Andrew
Enjoy that.
hammered?
enjoy that mouthful of spaghetti.
Dave.
It's just been one of those shows.
Dave, why are you gonna be like that?
And the answer to that question is yes.
Andrew, did you not see in our chat? You know, he's contemplating buying a really high-end pin, but I think he said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy booze instead." You know. So.
I know. I told him not to spend it all on booze, on Guinness, right?
It's mostly Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ramen noodles.
Anywho, oldest game.
Oldest game.
I think Space Zap. I think.
Ooh.
Anyone know what that is? Is
What
that
year?
80?
Someone
Is it
someone
1980?
clock me
Is
a
it-
year. 1990.
I'd have to clod it.
That's a curious thing. Did any black and white games come out in the after 1980? I wonder. It seems like 1980 or older is black and white, but then after that they're vector or color or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, even before that, what's 79, 78 first color ones?
Well, but the overlays, right? We saw overlays before that, but like what were the actual color games before that? That's a great question.
Yeah, Space Zap had
That's more of a Trivial Pursuit kind of question.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Dolby overlay on it.
Because I mean, growing up, like my first television that we were allowed to watch cartoons on was a black and white TV.
Mm-hmm.
So my first episodes of G.I. Joe and Transformers, black and white.
Yeah. And did it really help flipping the switch on the Atari 2600 to black and white instead of color?
No.
What was the point of that?
No.
That's
It's
a great
1980. 1980.
1980 is when the last black and white game came out?
No, that's what Space Zap is.
Space Zap.
So Space Zap
black
and
and white.
Well, that doesn't count because the Centipede's like 80 or 81, right?
yeah, Warlords is 80.
80. That's black. That's
Is it really?
that's
Warlords
color.
came out in
That's
80?
color.
Yeah, but Warlords is totally color.
Wow.
And it's totally
I
color.
didn't realize it came out in 80.
No.
Well, fuck. I guess that'll be the answer to my question.
Right? But yeah, I think that's the oldest. If you're not going to count, no, that's it. That's the oldest one. It's the oldest one. I don't know. Some of the black and whites are pretty cool though. Because it just got that ultra simple gaming style to them.
Yeah, super cool.
Skydiver's my favorite.
Yeah, we've seen Skydiver with the great controls. We've seen
Skydiver's
Frog.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love Skydiver.
I mean, Frog and
Skydiver
Breakers,
was fun.
beautiful, like the panoramic or
Oh yeah, the
reflected.
not panoramic, the
diorama.
diorama. Thank you very much.
Diorama.
So the diorama kind of like controls there with like that's gorgeous. They had to work harder back then.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. Dude, there's a crane fly in my shed, and it's just like it hates me. In England, we call them daddy longlegs. You know that?
I don't know. You keep saying stuff, and I see Buffett's boobs, and I'm not afraid.
Yeah. Well, my voice and those boobs, it's like a perfect
Buffett-
being.
Fuck, I've been muted
Buffett
again.
actually has the greatest boobs.
So
Yeah.
we have daddy
For a
long
man.
legs here in California, but they don't spin webs.
No,
No, I don't.
they won't.
These guys
Yeah.
don't spin
I don't
webs. They
spin
just
webs either.
constantly They
Yeah.
just fly into walls all day. They just boom, boom, boom.
Oh wait,
boom.
Daddy Longlegs don't
No.
fly. They
You're talking
walk. They
about
look like.
the mosquitoes, the giant mosquito things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the crane fly. Are they called crane
Those
fly?
are called mayflies.
Nice.
That's what they're called.
Giant mosquitoes.
Fucker, it's March. Get out of my shed.
Come back in May.
Come back in May.
My dog used to love eating them things. It was funny. You just reach up and get one and put it down, hold it by its wings or its leg, and he'd just snip it right at your fingers.
Did you say retch up?
You need to.
Well,
You
usually
need to
retch
feed
down.
that poor dog.
He'd eat him and crunch him right up, but it was funny.
Crunchy butt up.
Yeah, he would crunch him right up. It's funny.
Andrew's hammered.
Getting there anyway.
All right, I'll stop drinking. I'll just eat my soup.
Yeah, keep eating that
Eat your
ramen.
noodles. You eat that permed hair.
I was about to say that's how you get the curly hair. It's by eating the ramen.
You shut up, Carrie. You have curly hair too.
Curls in.
I love the
curls
ramen.
Clearly.
Andrew's got the Greg Brady.
You're back.
I'm gonna mute myself and just eat my dinner.
I like the look too. That dark.
And speaking of In and Out, I was walking to lunch today, and I
Oh, really?
No.
And what happened to you?
I sniffed really hard because my nose was blocked, and I farted almost instantly.
Gotta be careful. You cause some kind of vortex, and your head will collapse in or something.
Dude, it was just like a pressure release valve, you know?
Yeah,
Like, too much in the system.
Well, it's a balance for every.
You know what?
mountain.
That's, yeah, yin and yang right there, buddy.
Totally.
I'm a walking fucking Buddha.
What goes in must come out.
It was the instantaneous nature of it, though. It was just so. Wow, it was like Bruce Lee couldn't have done it faster, I don't think.
Huh. Can you demonstrate?
It was
No, you know, it was
ninja fart.
just one of those things you had to be there, buddy. You know, I wasn't filming it or anything. Otherwise, it'd be all over YouTube. I'd be a viral sensation right now.
Johnny on the spot, huh?
Huh?
Was it Johnny on the spot, huh?
That's it, yeah. You know, it's just one of the beautiful things in nature that you can't capture. It's just, you have to be there in the moment.
You don't want to capture.
It was just there and gone, like a butterfly on the wind.
a smelly
Let me
butterfly.
see. Let's see if I can. It was like.
Smelly wind.
Yikes.
Like a butterfly on smelly wind. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close, like that. You know. You got to be careful when you're walking down the street and that happens, in case it blows you out into the traffic. Well, you don't want to be standing at a sidewalk waiting for the stoplight and then fart and blow yourself out into the middle of the road. Dangerous.
Just as you started talking about farts, Carrie's dog climbed up on her lap. I can do that.
Somebody, hey!
Check this out.
She was kind of farty last night too. Ow.
I like ass.
Yeah. I showed my curly butt earlier. Yep. Oh, big yawn.
All right, so I'm supposed to pass this off to somebody. Who hasn't answered
Oh shit!
yet?
That was your answer. That was a long ass answer.
I know, right?
I know there was all kinds of ramen involved.
Yes, farting.
Short, easy question becomes.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Who hasn't answered? Oh. Well, fuck. Now we got to think of something to talk about.
Really?
Shit.
Did everybody answer?
I was ready. I was ready for your your pass off sound.
Gak gave his
About
answer.
Jimbo Dini's new adventure. That's what I want to hear.
New adventure.
Jimbo.
My new channel, Jimbo Dini's New Adventures.
Did you say nude channel?
Nude
Because
adventure.
I would like to subscribe.
.dk.
Is that what this YouTube Red is all about? It's like a Red Band trailer. It's a Red Band channel, you know.
Yeah, it's YouTube porn. That's what I thought, right? That's why it costs $10 a month.
So
it makes sense to me.
Yeah, you PM'd me about it last night, Jim. I want to hear about it.
Oh, I posted that on Club too. That was just I just did a tube steak on my on my red YouTube channel.
Shit right there,
Well,
dude.
seems how I'm not on K-Log much anymore because I'm working so much. Why don't you regale me the tale?
Is it tube steak
Well, I
like
just
steamer?
it's like it's a good kielbasa. Yeah.
Kielbasa.
Whoa. Did you see Damien's in the chat now?
Yeah, Damien, our buddy.
We're converting
from,
everyone.
Yeah.
All 6 of the Arcade Outsiders fans.
the diehards that won't let they'll keep hanging on.
Poor bastards.
Yeah. Denial.
What's wrong with you people? Go outside.
No, so I did my second successful tube swap. This time with a 4900 with the tube steak.
Yep. Second successful tube steak.
Tube steak.
Second successful tube steak. It's more difficult than you think.
I don't know why that's so funny.
He's done way more than 2.
I'm spitting out salmon here.
In one end, out the other.
The balance. No, I had I wanted to I finally convinced myself that okay, maybe I should maybe I can't stand the 4900 that was in my Cheyenne had slight Cheyenne burn to it. It didn't really bother me that much. The only because you wouldn't see it during gameplay except for the like the desert scene where you're in the carriage because it's a very light background. So you could faintly see the please shoot, to select stage or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't going to do a tube swap at all. It didn't even cross my mind until I started dialing the monitor in. I capped it, and the purity on the red was all fucked up. I could not get the yoke perfect. The blue and the green was fine, but the red was all messed up. So it wasn't a ring issue. It was definitely the yoke, and I could get the red pretty darn close, but then things just didn't look right on the other. Like I fucked around with it for a good hour, and I'm like, fuck this shit, and I put it aside, and I was going to work on it the next day. And then I remembered that I've got three TVs that I snatched at my old place. They were all sitting by the dumpster at different times. And anytime I saw one that had like a wood grain case, I just grabbed it because I'm like, well, this is probably early 80s. Anyways, I had this one sitting on my balcony. It has been sitting on my balcony for like 2 years. It's went through every type of Minnesota weather you can think of. I just wanted it for the tube, so I just left it in there. I'm like, I don't really care if this thing gets rained on or snowed on, whatever. Finally, I'm like, I measured the yoke resistance, the impedance a long time ago, and thought it might be a candidate for a Geo7, but I forgot what the readings were. Anyways, so I decided to pull this thing. I'm like, I wonder if this might work, or one of the other TVs I have for a tube swap. And I pull it out. I see on the back that's 1982. Rip open the case. And I pull out my tube rejuvenator, realize it's the same socket, and so I'm like, well, chances are that I can at least use this. I might just have to swap the yoke. And so I measure the yoke, and it's almost spot on. Like the one that was in there, my original 4900, the yoke was like like 42 ohms for the vertical and like 2.8 for the horizontal, and this one was 2.8 for the horizontal and like 47 for the vertical. So I'm like, holy shit, this might actually be a drop-in replacement. So go through the whole process, fires right up, like didn't have to do anything. Like the yoke, everything was spot on. I'm like, holy fuck, sweet. So now I have a burn-free tube for my Cheyenne, and all I had to do was I added like 4 convergence strips to get the corners a little bit, but otherwise it was like overall the convergence was still spot on. The only thing is that since this thing's been rained on and shit, I cracked it open. The metal plates that on the yoke that rest against the neck of the tube were rusted as all fuck. I took a wire brush and I had to scrape off all that rust, but otherwise everything was still like locked in perfect. And this is the first tube ever that I hooked up my rejuvenator to, and the emission test said that it was the emission test needle didn't budge, which means that the emissions are so good that it according to the manual, it says that it's going to last years. So like usually the needle moves a little bit. This thing was like locked in. Everything was like read really good. So I was pretty stoked because you don't hear about too many 4900 tube swaps, especially without moving the yoke.
Shoot, yeah, man.
So I was pretty stoked. And then like I don't get this, Buffett. Maybe you can answer this question. So small town guy too. So Brad, he's a local guy, Wisconsin, but he's at all of the Minnesota parties. He's like, I still would have swapped the yoke, and I asked why, and he didn't respond because I think you did the right thing, keeping the match yoke to the tube. Yeah, and the convergence was like 90% spot on already. Like I don't understand why, and I am able to adjust it all the way. Like there was nothing that made me think, oh, I would have been better off with this other. The purity was perfect. I was able, in fact, this is like this width coil was crazy. I was able to get like over an inch of play on it. So like I could get like almost like an inch and a half of adjustment out of the width coil. So everything, like I had no problems with it. I just couldn't figure out. He never responded. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Is there a benefit?
Yeah, well, the 4900 is one of the hardest ones to do. So sometimes you got extremely lucky. So the 4900.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, you're extremely lucky because ohms is only one way to measure the yoke.
Okay.
You forget the other measurement at the present moment. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on it, but it's inductance. I think it's inductance. But if that's not correct, the ohms can be semi-correct, but if the inductance is off, you won't get proper deflection, and or it puts a different load on the chassis and stuff. So by swapping the yoke, you know that you've got the proper inductance, because that's the actual true way to measure a coil. So that's why people use the ring testers. That's what they're measuring is inductance.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. So that's something I'll probably never do.
Yeah.
I don't have the right tool for it.
Yeah, a couple guys on the forums, they're like, I always swap for the K7000s. And I did a tube swap I'm going to be going on that service call here in a couple days. I did a tube swap on a K7000, and like you, it centers perfectly. I got perfect linearity. I've got all my adjustments where they need to be. No horizontal, no vertical issues, no linearity issues. I mean, it's just, it fits and it works. So
yeah, that's how my 7000 went with Marble Madness.
Yeah,
I was just telling Carrie the other like a couple days ago. I'm like, I wish I had like a stockpile of 19-inch K7000 chassis, because almost every 19-inch TV from like the mid 80s to mid 90s is a candidate for that.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
easy.
if you were closer, I got them here, but I don't sell broken chassis, so
right. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I do.
But yeah.
But yeah, if you were here local,
I was pretty.
Yeah. I'd let you fix it here. Just pay me parts and all that stuff. Yeah, you could do it here. But once you fly out here,
I got to move. No.
Have all kinds of fun.
Yeah. Be some fun carry on.
But you're gonna be out there for the next MagFest to do the what is it? The potato? What is it called again? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh. I'm calling you
Man
out.
versus
Tim
potato.
McVay.
Man versus potato. There we go.
Yeah, actually, it would be fun to. What would be fun is to somehow locate the dude that had the original record from 1983 or whatever. And play him, unless Tim can put up a huge score. He never responded to my Clav post about what's his best score. He's too good for that.
Maybe he's keeping it a secret so he can just put it on the out on the.
And then I'll pull a Billy Mitchell, and I'll
Yep.
release the video of my 41 million point game. Slap him in the face. I'm just kidding.
Make sure you do it on a VHS tape that you mail in.
Yeah, that has like really bad tracking.
Yeah. Jimbo, I watched your video last night.
I'm
Arcanite.
sorry.
No, it's good. I have to have balance in my arcade watching videos. You know, I love John Jacobson, John's Arcade, but man, I'll wake up in a cold sweat sometimes thinking about his videos. Like, he's yelling at me, you know. So I watched his video. I'm like, oh, gotta balance it out. So I watch your video, you know. So I was like, all right, there's balance in life now.
There's a high voice and a low voice.
Right. But I gotta admit, there was one spot in there where you were like applying the grippy stuff. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, the contact cement?
Yeah, you're putting it like on the big piece of the side, and you had it on the table, and you kept moving your bucket over as you're putting it on. And it was like right at the edge of the table. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna dump the whole bucket on the carpet.
Oh, and then I'm like, oh, I should just hold on to this. Yeah. It was like a few inches. It was deceiving the angle, but it was a few inches from the edge. But yeah, I'm like, I'm running out of real estate here, and I just grabbed it and like, why don't I just,
though? You're like, screw it, I'm doing this in my apartment. Like chemicals and just grinding, sand and shit in the air. That's pretty awesome.
I know the routing is a bitch. Yeah, I'm not. I refuse to sand inside again. I used to do that. And I guess
if you do it early enough in the day, you're not really going to get complaints from neighbors or anything, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, the only thing, the thing that I've been worried about most for noise complaint is using the router. So I usually wait on doing that until it's like a weekend or something like that. Yeah.
6 a.m. on a weekend.
Right. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like with Cheyenne, I'll be doing all the Bondo and prep work and stuff on my balcony. Now it's finally warm enough. But I'm not looking forward to that either. Boobies.
All right, people.
Anyways,
head out.
What?
I bored Joel enough with my tube swap.
Gotta go. No. Work in the morning.
All right. Well, I'm sure you'll grab a half dozen more games by next week. So keep us up.
We'll hear from you bright and early on Slack.
Yep.
Yep. I'll be there. All right, people.
All right.
Okay, take care.
Night.
Thank you, Joel.
Bye.
Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen.
Shinkate.
Ciao. Ding dao day.
He always leaves you for the best part.
He's got to go get one of them RVs ready for Wi-Fi. Yeah, buddy. It's a delight all day long.
Well, we have one more person to answer the question. It looks like.
Howdy.
Oh, Jacob.
Hey.
Hello.
He made it back.
I made it.
He came back.
I was eating pizza a little later than I thought I would be.
You guys didn't scare you out last time, I take it.
So tonight's question was the oldest machine.
Oldest game you've ever owned.
Yeah. Ever owned. Are we? Is it including pinball or just arcade?
Whatever you got.
So pinball, definitely the oldest at 1976, Chicago coin, and oldest arcade machine I have, I believe, is Centipede.
Oh,
okay.
We're tied.
Nothing crazy. I
thought a trend.
Yeah, 1980 seems to be
80s, like the
One of the coolest older machines that I played was Armor Attack, though. That was really addicting. That one's an old one that stood out to me. That was, I guess, not really known as far as like that. I mean, isn't Armor Attack Vector?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
What year's Armor Attack? Someone on cloud
Don't.
doing the research here.
1980. Somewhere around there.
Late 70s, hopefully, maybe.
That's a good question. It's an overlay, black and white vector game, but like, yeah, like what year is Armor Attack? Someone pull it up. I'm hoping.
I'm looking right now. We'll see who's the first to win.
1980.
80. All right, so
80. All right. Well, I guess that's the
80
year.
seems to be like the magic year. Yeah.
Cinematronics.
All right. So are we done? Just kidding.
Well, my beer's empty, so I didn't need to refill.
Right.
You know,
Oh, dude.
I gotta keep
So you've
dehydrated.
been fucking kicking ass, Gak, in the pinball league. It sounds like. So
Until last week or last weekend.
Until you finished like 15th.
Yeah.
But you.
Out of 15. 2 weeks earlier, I had first place, and then ended the season in 15th.
And
all
so the
good.
ball drains.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So when does it come? When does it stop it?
Yeah, so they do seasons. It's every 3 months basically.
Okay.
There's four seasons, just like seasons, I guess, right?
It's funny how that works that way.
Yeah. I think it's like in a week or two. Like, actually, it might be next Tuesday. But I told him, the guy who hosts it, basically, he's like, yeah. So are you gonna come back for next season? I'm like, because it rolls into June. So I'm like, well, the last few I wouldn't be able to make it, but I'll try to make a couple, but not commit to the whole thing. It's hard, because it's half-hour drive or so from my house, and have a few beers before going there, and then it's like 9:30 or 10 by the time I'm home. It's like white. If I'm sitting here at home already, it's all good. I'm gonna stumble back in bed and call it a night. But yeah, so it is fun for sure. It's just hard to commit to doing the whole season, but you don't have to. They don't care. I mean, you can just do one night here and there. So, but yeah, it was fun. The last one I did was 2 years ago, I think. I did a season. So
when is Pinagogo? Because that's
in the middle of May, like 14, 15, something like that.
Oh.
And they actually do a tournament there too. But I don't know if it's the same group. It's like a one-off tournament there. Those guys are hardcore at that one, man. They got the screens and cameras on everything. It's all roped off. So,
Everyone's got their dance moves.
Right? Yeah. Actually, the guy that I was paired up with on Saturday at the we'll call it the finals. Man, he was like all crazy, like he's all leaning, kicking his feet sideways. I'm like, whoa, dude, he like hurt his foot kicking the wall. And his friend that was there, he's all, yeah, you got to keep your space from him, man. He totally racked my nuts the other day.
Was he playing Super Sprint?
What's that?
Is he playing Super Sprint?
Right, yeah. Right.
You wing that fucking in the nuts every time.
Man, but we had a practice beforehand, and Sorcerer, that's a fun game. I don't think I ever played it before that. For an older game, pre-DMD, right? Mm-hmm. I think. So I actually got to pick the first game in the head-to-head thing, and so I picked that game, and guy totally kicked my ass at it. So that's the way it goes. Yeah, there's a certain skill set, but then a lot of it's luck, man. Bad luck, let's say. If that ball goes right down the center, you can't do anything. You could try to tilt the machine. When it goes to an out lane that's going to drain, you're just screwed. Yeah. It's just the way pinball works, right?
Well, those older ones are a pain in the ass like that.
What's that?
The older ones are way worse than a lot of the newer.
As far as making really fast games. Yeah. Gorgar was one of the ones we played, and it's just brutal, man.
Oh yeah, Gorgar sucks if you're not good at it and you can't shake it.
Yeah.
Don't set too high. Yeah.
At least it's not super slow, but some of those old games, the ball moves so slow around the playfield. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Ding.
Right.
Ding.
Oh man, I
Ding.
went out to a pinball thing last night and I played Haunted House, and that was the slowest game. I swear maybe they had it, or maybe
it
that's
sucks 'cause
normally,
that,
but
I
it was
haven't really
slow.
played that one, but that's a cool theme.
Yeah, it's a great pin. It was just really slow.
Yeah. 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 That's the way it goes. All right, I'm gonna go get a refill. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I also played is it Scared Stiff? Is that the Elvira one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was the first time I've ever played that last night, and it was like the game of the night. Usually we're all over Monster Bash, but I think we kind of messed up the Monster Bash because it would one of the balls got stuck in one of the outlanes and it wouldn't go down. So we slowly moved away from it, and then it was just all about Scared Stiff the rest of the night. That game was fun.
It's a great game. Yeah.
Scary skeleton snake through the whole thing.
It's cool looking, whether it's a good game or not. It's definitely cool looking. For sure.
How's Doctor Who coming along with the restoration?
I haven't started on it yet. I'm waiting on all my Cliffy protectors to come in.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting on my Sonic cleaner that should be in tomorrow. The Cliffy should be in by the end of the week. So after I'm gonna go fishing here in a couple weeks, and when I get back from that, that's when we're gonna start on.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm hoping to knock pretty much all of it out in one weekend. I'm gonna have me some help, and we're just gonna kind of get it done. That's what I'm hoping. So here's hoping on that. But yeah, I've got just about all the parts for it. So those bearings I ordered from Australia finally came in. So that Mock found for me. So that's good. Other than miscellaneous stuff that I can't find, like pinball plastics and stuff. Other than that, I think I got most everything I'm going to need. I believe.
Oh, cool. What's a Sonic cleaner? I think my toothbrush.
Yeah, well,
right?
You clean jewelry.
Yeah, Sonicare. Exactly.
You clean jewelry and all kinds of stuff with it. Let me shoot you a link to my list here. I'll shoot you the eBay list that I got it from.
Are you playing Breath of the Wild right now?
No, I am not. I just watch it on stream. Just
okay. I was like, you got a lot of things going on right now.
Jacob, are you?
Yeah. I am. I mean, I'm not playing it right now, but I definitely am playing it.
Switch or Wii U?
Wii U.
Good man.
Yeah. So it's actually really, really good. If you haven't done it, you should probably do it.
Yeah, you put jewelry in, you put you basically you put anything in it you want, and what it does is, like, say you have a device that has plastic lighted buttons and they're square, and dirt gets up underneath of it in all the little cracks and crevices inside, where you can't just get a brush or anything in there to get out. Well, you put these in the Sonic cleaner, and what it does is it vibrates all of that material out of all those little cracks and crevices. So they will come out looking just as factory as the day they went in, as long as it's not like sun bleached or something like that. But it will clean every stick of the dirt out. The other thing, what you got to be careful though is if you've got anything glass or plastic that is cracked, it will make the crack bigger or actually crack it all the way through. So you can put it in there. You just have to kind of keep working it around and moving it. And don't leave it in there too long, or leave that part of the work, whatever you're working on, in there very long. Otherwise, you can break it. It will just rattle it apart. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can clean your glasses in it. You clean jewelry in it. You can clean buttons in it. You can clean records in it. You can clean all kinds of stuff in it. Just whatever you want to Sonic clean out of little cracks and crevices. So, yeah, they're real nice.
It looks like a little deep fryer.
Basically. Yeah, basically. But
So
yeah.
is it vibrating or is it hot? How is that?
No, well, it has the heater in it, but it uses ultrasonic waves.
Oh.
Yeah. So you most of them you can't really hear. They make little squeaking noises, and that's about it. So if you can hear it, yeah, it's usually not very loud. So, like I say, don't leave stuff in there too long because it will eat it up. Once it finds the cracks and stuff, or it finds the faults in something. So, but you put it in there for anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes and see where it goes, and then put it in there a little bit more, and you can use some light or mild like cleaner, like dish detergent or stuff like that. Don't put a lot in it because it'll froth it all over the place. But
big frothy mess.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's just an overall handy tool. Like it's the equivalent of what the a lot of the reloading population uses for their the vibrating tubs to clean brass and stuff. This is the equivalent of that on the other side of the spectrum. So yeah, you could put a lot of reloaders use these too to clean their brass because it will get all of the powder and stuff out of the casings. So yep.
There you go. I learned. See, you learned shit on this show, despite our best efforts.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'm going to go get another drink. I'll be back.
So yeah, waiting on that to come in.
Well, that's nothing new.
And I got lucky. The Cliffy Protectors, he actually just made another protector for Doctor Who, and I was able to pick up on that. The up at the time expander, the plastic above it where it's got the artwork on it, the ball will kick up and kill that plastic. And he made a new plastic and metal protectors to go on the inside. So when you kick the ball up in it, it doesn't whack the plastic every time. So I got lucky. He just got them done and was waiting on one of his testers to test fit it and stuff. And it's all been good so far. So I'll get one of the first couple that have ever been made, which is cool. Yeah. So that's what that is. So hopefully I will have pictures and or video when I get back from fishing, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yep, that's the plan. So that's what that is.
For some reason, I'm craving Campbell's and boobies right now.
I know, right? R2D2 Campbell's and boobs.
What's up? Those are like black and white cans or something.
No.
What is that? Oh, okay. I only saw the top part of it.
Yeah, blue. It's just a dark blue up top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Yepper.
48.
What's this about Wreck-It Ralph opening March 8th, 2020?
49.
What happened? I was lost in the boob trance.
Right.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph 2 supposedly opens March of 2018.
Really?
Yeah, I just got a notification.
I wonder how they're going to do that different. You know, are they going to keep it in the classic era, or are they going to just keep moving forward? And
the title supposedly is Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Okay.
So who knows? He might be an 8-bit pixel in the in the wide world. Who knows?
And didn't they there's rumors that they're going to actually start working on Tron 3 again?
Oh, yeah, I've heard tickles of
that somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I've heard the tickles, and that's about it.
Yeah, but what I've heard didn't make me happy. Because it sounded, the rumors are it was going to be a reboot and not a sequel.
And the reboot's going to be an all-female Hispanic group.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. Hey.
So it's going to be the
something
Mexican equivalent.
Kind of like the Ocean's 11 remake.
Don't Ghostbusters this shit.
Yeah.
It says that the
that's what they're
Wreck-It
doing with
Ralph
Ocean's
sequel
11,
is
and that's
supposed
way too fucking fast to be rebooting
It's
something.
it's like brand new.
Which one?
No, Ocean's 11 was 2001. The last Ocean's movie was like 2005 or some shit like
They did
that.
that with Spider-Man, about 10-year gap. They rebooted it.
Well,
It's
they
an original
rebooted
idea.
it. Didn't they reboot Spider-Man to whole like fall into the Marvel new universe stuff like continuity? So at least that that's like they're trying to do something as opposed to just like a money grabbing thing. Fucking.
But it's
Ocean's
all
11,
marquee. It's all marquee value, though. It's like, well, we'll just slap this name on there, and it's a safe play because we'll make our money back because we'll get a bunch of chumps that will come see this.
Yeah. Member berries.
Hello.
I remember.
Hi, Aaron.
Can
Holy
you
fucking shit. Yeah.
Aaron.
Oh, good. My mic works. My mic
Crafty.
didn't work last time.
Yeah.
Yay.
So what's your oldest goddamn game?
Damn it.
Probably Scramble. That's 81. That's about as far back as I go. Scramble, 1981.
So what do you think?
All right, so moving right along.
Is 80 the oldest one that everyone has?
1981. I was right. Okay, yeah, that's it. Is DK is 83 or is that 82?
DK is 81.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So DK Scramble probably same year.
Who's got the oldest?
This is something that the people in the chat could be like, shooting us what their games are too.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's volunteered what their oldest game is.
Yeah, what do we pay you for?
Right?
Yeah.
What good are ya?
Damien, Francis, Titan, Brian.
Greaseball.
Come on, guys. Yeah. Let's hear your fucking answers to tonight's question.
Right? Yeah. So Crafty, what the fuck you been up to, dude? How's it going?
Working hard on stuff.
So your basement's pretty much all done?
Oh, basement's finished. Yeah, basement.
Because I'm camping out in that shit in a few months.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the flooring.
We didn't tell you, but we turned your house into an Airbnb. You're the official host of Denver 2017.
Well, I got the joust downstairs, so I've got 6 cabs in the alcove in the basement. That works pretty good. But and then I got a red tent off against one wall, and now I'm going to have the joust by the fireplace. The joust I've had in the garage for like a year and a half. I picked it up without a monitor.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
House. I mean, it's not in bad shape. It just needs some work. So finally, I'm going to get around to it and get that restored. Light restored.
You got that out of the warehouse at the very end of that whole thing too.
Yeah, it was at the end of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I've got to fix the Tempest. So that's my goal before Denver Fest is to. What do we call it? Cockfest? What's it called?
Yeah.
Oh, I like
calling
that.
it Crafty's Cockfest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mile High Cockfest.
Mile High Cockfest. I got to get.
Where were you when we were designing? When Andrew was working on the shirts. Mile High Cockfest. Yes, I want to walk around with that T-shirt proudly displayed across my chest.
Oh yeah.
With googly eyes.
With googly eyes.
Yeah.
All games we play must have like thrusters or some kind of like pumping action.
Yeah.
Bunch of like model rockets or something.
And Zyla will love it when we walk in there in her place with the Mile High Cockfest T-shirts. Sweet Jesus, that we
maybe
can kiss off
she'll
our
be
Friday
wearing
night
like a
plans.
clam fest. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no. We can make 2 shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is live,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But I think Brad.
All right, Brad, you can end it.
Yeah, right. Or just don't post it. Just don't post
It doesn't work
It's all
for me.
good.
Yeah, it doesn't work
Nobody,
for you.
Yeah, nobody fucking watches this live hardly, except for
I
our devoted half dozen.
After you've been
Yeah,
working
but
on
we gained another viewer on
Here.
YouTube as soon as I said clam.
Right? Yeah.
I got a new pickup. I have a.
Danger. Welcome.
Andrew, we appreciate it. I have a VW. I have the shell of a VW bus sitting in my garage.
What?
Because John is moving. They bought a house.
Oh, so
in
it's the one his
Yeah, without windows, smells
Yeah.
like gasoline.
Yeah, I've been into that bus a couple times. Yeah.
Bungee cord holding up the tailpipe. So he's parking it in my garage.
Awesome.
But yeah, my wife's like, it looks like that terrorist van out of Back to the Future.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's the Libyan van from Back to the Future. Time Runner should have 2 of those things.
Yeah.
Because he traded him for the plutonium a box of pinball parts or something,
That's
right?
right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. They want me to build a bomb, so I brought
a
in
shoddy
plutonium.
bomb casing filled with used pinball machine parts.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's see. Oh,
They
here we
want
go.
me to build them a bomb, so I took their plutonium and in turn gave them a shoddy bomb casing full of used pinball machine parts.
He says it so fucking. He says it so fast. It makes
How
me
did you
laugh
do
every
that
time.
so fast?
'Cause I have it. It's one of the sound effects
Oh,
I've got.
okay.
Yeah, I just had to find the right. I have so many fucking. It's hard. I've got like a little. The scroll bar for pallets is like that big. I have to like. Wait, I think that's under movies miscellaneous 2 or is it one of Mox or is it one of these? Yeah, it's stupid.
That was impressive.
Gleek and Titan say their oldest games are Centipede.
I know Centipede seems to be like the common oldest. That's mine as well.
I wish mine worked. Someone's supposed to send me a board.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I can see the box that it's in. It's right there. The thing is, it's such a big fucking ass board.
It
I
is.
gotta find a box
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
support safely to travel.
You know, speaking of Wreck-It Ralph, I printed John's. You can see the Frogger over my shoulder there.
Oh
Printed Wreck-It Ralph. They're on 4 games.
Out of order. Oh no!
Maybe that would motivate me. But just I stuck them
At least with that board, it's not a board stack. Those terrify me to no end. Big old board stacks that are like 2 or 3 boards.
Do you
Centipede's
guys
just one at least?
Do you guys ever buy stuff off of whatever and just not open it? It just sits around in a priority mailbox and you never open it to check it. It's the actual
Which is the
thing.
opposite of priority, let's face it.
I'm going to quote Chevy Chase and Caddyshack. No,
Do you ever
never
pay
had
the
that
extra
problem,
for
really.
priority and then it sits around in the priority mailbox?
You're giving them shit like, why haven't you shipped this yet, dude? And you're like, yeah, whatever. And then it arrives, you throw it on the shelf, you don't even open it.
That's what John did. Dickinson did
I mean,
that.
it could have nothing in there. I don't even know if it's what I paid for. It's been there for a month. I'm like, whatever.
Case in point, number 1 right here.
Oh, that's open.
I opened it. There's some harnesses in it, but it still sits in the box.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even open it to check and see if the stuff's in there. It's just sitting there. I'm like, whatever. You know what I did
Just
this
stuff
week?
in the coin door and be like, fuck it, I'll get to it later.
Yeah.
I bought those. I've been wanting those Sean Newton books. You know that.
Bit sticks.
Yeah, and I was
And,
gonna
grails.
Kid
Yeah.
sticks and
my birthday's in April, so I was gonna print up some stuff and make the wife buy them. But I got them both off of eBay hardcover for $45 total for both of them.
Wow.
But you don't
And
know
then
that.
there's
You haven't
one-
opened it yet. It could be.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
It feels about. Yeah, I'm gonna make the wife just wrap it, give it to me for my birthday. Like I did.
Those are some really old Chilton's manuals for like a
Yeah, right.
For all you know,
67
he's gonna open up. It's gonna be like a cookbook.
gremlin.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Martha Stewart's best, cookie recipes.
They don't seem. I mean, they don't. I don't know. I thought they'd be thicker.
That's
what she said.
Yeah.
That was too easy. Like
That was
everyone
too
jumps on
easy.
that one.
But really, so to speak.
That
Well,
was
the
a-
worst one is if you buy something like a circuit board that's, tested working, and then it just sits in there and you have no idea, you might plug it in 3 years from now. those are the worst purchases where you're like, total gamble.
Well, that's in the priority box I never opened is a Operation Wolf board. I got it for $40, but it said it wasn't untested. But mine's got issues. I think I got someone to make me a harness finally, so I can get that working. I got to do it. Like I said, my dad spent so much time restoring that gun, and it just sits over here in the box. All
Yeah.
pretty. And he came over. Let's plug it in. We can't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you got to work on that one. That's
Oh man, the poor old guy had bruised legs from holding that gun in his lap for 3 weeks. It's like, oh.
No, you got to get that. You got to make that happen.
I mean, he built a freaking paint box in his basement with a fan to spray paint it. I'm like, no, oh my god, it doesn't work. I can't.
Now you guys got 10 people in here. Shit.
I know, right? What the fuck? How'd
Wait,
that happen?
what's up?
Yeah, you gotta get that. You gotta make that happen, Dave.
I
No
know,
more-
I know.
Yeah,
Jimbo.
seriously.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Damien's requesting some Three Stooges sound effects if you can ever work on it.
Huh.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, because I don't have enough. No, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Well, Damien, that's where the slap sound effect comes from. But I need like a poke. And, yeah. Hey, Moo.
This
Yeah.
boots again.
And,
You could get my
Arcade Danger. Arcade Danger says his oldest game is Donkey Kong. He thinks 81. Or
Yeah.
maybe I'm sorry, I'm reading it.
Early 80s.
81.
79, 78, Space Invaders. I mean, you got to go like black and white to get earlier than that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if we count pinball, it was I never got it working. It was Space Mission, I think. That was 70s, probably early mid 70s.
It was called Space Mission.
Space Mission or Space Station. There was like two different. One was a 2-player, one was a 4-player.
Space.
I think I had the 2-player version.
Space Station was 87.
No,
So,
that's not it.
Space Mission was 76.
Okay, that's it then.
By Williams.
I think so.
Worth $650 if it works.
Well, I got it for $30, I think.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm kidding, man. You guys know me with my fucking price guides, man. I love it.
I like that they're printed too.
Did you see Tombo's thread today? And
I was just gonna say that. He
No.
was totally baiting you on that thread.
Oh my God, no! Tell
He's
me what
waiting
happened.
for you to chime in.
Who's hating me?
No, baiting you.
Oh, but yeah, they
Like
kind of.
clickbait.
I kind of put some valid points in there.
He's the master at that
Yeah.
baiting thing.
But I
Yeah.
think in that thread, it's a free for all. Say what you want. I think
Tom was
that's his.
trying. Yeah, Tom was trying to get me banned by his own post.
Mike, did you change your hairstyle or get new glasses or something?
I was wondering about Jacob's glasses because I really need that pair.
You need some of these?
Yeah, where'd
No,
you get
something
them
looks
from?
different about
Nice.
Cleek. What's different about him? Because it's the camera angle, new glasses, or hair.
There you go.
You
Change
guys
the light. Is it better now?
Light it.
Now he
I got new
dropped like 10
glasses.
years
If
in
you-
age.
in case
The
you're
hair might
wondering,
be a little different.
my hair's a little longer. you
Yeah.
know.
You
So-
did drop some years, didn't he? A little bit.
When he turned the light off, he dropped like 15 years.
Oh yeah, it's changed. It.
Yeah,
Now I
now
look
We
he
got
just
our
looks
beer
old and
goggles on at this
decrepit.
point, so he's looking pretty sexy, you know. So.
Hard light is not good for you, Mike.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Well,
I'm like,
I usually don't comment about the appearance of men, but Mike, you're looking good.
It's like that Seinfeld episode where she's in different lighting and turns from hideous to like really attractive based on the lighting.
Oh, what was
Sorry,
the
Seinfeld fans.
what was the movie? Was that what the hell movie was it with the guy? Oh,
With the guy in the place and the thing.
no, it was the L7. You do this with the box with the girl.
L7 weenie. Oh wait, no, that's Sandlot.
What is that? That's Hall Pass
Uh.
with Coakley, the old guy who's been in everything. You guys ever see Hall Pass?
Mm.
All right,
Nope.
forget
I
it.
know
I
what
saw
you speak, but I've not actually seen it.
It was funny as hell.
When they met the guy in the club who's like 55 still hanging out, and he says
I've
from a
only seen
distance,
Hall Gas.
Hall Pass is a
Terrible,
classic.
terrible jokes.
Dave, I saw
Ah.
that movie, but I've seen it like years ago. I don't remember. You must have just saw it like yesterday to remember that.
No, I just was a fan of Coakley.
One part of that.
He was
movie.
like me. He keeps movie quotes stuck up in his head.
I'm telling you, man.
I gotta find that.
Oh, so yeah, I answered my question in chat, so you don't need to hear it live. So
Centipede, right? Is that what he said?
Thank you.
no asteroids actually.
Oh, asteroids.
Ah,
Okay.
asteroids.
Yeah, it's an old.
Which is that 79 or 80?
My dad does.
79.
Can't even sit on the toilet some days.
There you go.
Vacation, love it. I like when she's mixing the Kool-Aid.
Shit, man! I swear there's like a dry spell in Michigan, unless you want to pay $2,000 for a fucking.
Hold on. Hit the brakes. There's some big
Penis? Oh.
yes, penis there.
What?
Auction. You know about the auction.
Oh yeah, I'm already
There's
bidding
like
on it.
Stacks and stacks of circuit boards.
Oh yeah, but it's not. They're not games though. I got like about 12 bids.
No, they're for like
or-
washing machines, ovens.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the highest bidder
Kitchen
for the
appliances.
iRobot PCB.
Yeah, nice.
It's like
I
40
saw
bucks right
that too. There's like a bunch of versus boards.
now.
Too.
Yeah, I bid on all those. I
Yeah.
got them all in my watch. So
I contemplated
I got
sending
three
you a
of them.
message saying, "Hey, if you pick up some of those, I might buy some off you." But
Yeah,
really,
I'll
I
let
got
you
too much
guys
of that
know.
shit already.
Gak and everybody, it's my first auction ever. I've never did this live, so it's probably gonna get crazier as it comes closer to.
The thing
yeah, and it
that's
looks like-
killing you a little bit is someone posted on KLE.
Yeah, that too. But oh well, I'm sure they're gonna get a lot more
But
exposure.
that's how
soon.
you found out about it, probably.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's true. I would have never. And you know what's funny? This place is like 5 miles from my fucking house.
Wow.
So it's
And you didn't
like,
even know about it, right?
no, it's huge. It's big time local to me.
I mean, there's literally probably a couple hundred PCBs.
I
Yeah.
even put the bids on coin counters. Like, what the fuck do I need a coin counter for? You know?
Oh my gosh.
But $5. Fuck it, right?
Well, there's some weird. I noticed some of them. There's like it'll be like a lot of like 10 PCBs, and like two or
Yeah, I
three
got
look
my-
good. There's like a Pango or something else,
Yeah,
and then
starting
some other
bids were-
random like Cherry 8-liner or whatever those are.
Yeah, starting bids were $5 for everything. I put a bid at least on 20 or 30 items, and everything you're mentioning, I put bids on.
So the good thing is you're local and it's pickup only, cash
Oh, yeah.
in hand.
So I'm going to keep an eye on it. If I get outbid, it sends me an email immediately. So I'm like, oh, okay, you want to play?
If
Huh?
you get outbid, is that what you're saying?
Outbid his ass, yeah. So
And
it's cheap
it's
now.
over in
It'll
a few
probably
days,
get-
right? This weekend, probably.
It ends on the 12th, actually. So it's
Oh
got a-
wow.
well, they're going to really milk this.
Yeah, they are.
Fucking
Couple
12,
weeks.
man. When is that? That's a long time from now. Like 2 weeks. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that iRobot board will probably go for 500 plus.
Well, on eBay they're like 1,100.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's local, and they will not allow
Yeah,
any shit.
ridiculous.
They will
So
not.
are we tested Forgotten Worlds PCBs?
I think that's
Oh, yeah.
know,
Has that
that
one
was-
sold for $1,000 yet?
No,
They won't-
oddly enough, no, it's still there and
Oh,
available.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They won't allow any proxies either. So, like, if Gak, like, you told me to bid on the iRobot for you, and I went in, and I can't pay. Well, I can pay for it, but they would only accept cash for that.
Yeah.
So they got all kinds of weird rules.
Yeah.
See,
Which
Jacob.
is in your favor, I think.
Yeah, it's
Thanks for
definitely in my
dropping
favor, but there's also like 100 collectors in this area.
Yeah.
Au revoir.
Oh, who's cutting out?
Adios, amigos.
And don't forget, who's leaving?
All right. Take care.
James, my battery's about to die.
All right, man.
I don't have my charger.
Send me
Alright,
information
you don't
about
get-
your
you don't
glasses.
charge- yeah.
I want to be your
We'll save it for the next conversation.
Oh God!
Can't wait to hear your quote, dude.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
too, man.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about? You know what's weird about Jacob is he's like the better Bizarro version of Ryan.
You
Oh.
said it live.
Dude, no. He's the awesome version of Ryan. He's like chill. He fits in with the rest of us. He fucking drinks. He sucks like 98% less dicks.
Well, this is a great follow up. I need to edit
Okay.
that show and this one together.
Wow, bashing
All right.
people on there.
I actually don't know how many dicks Ryan sucks. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure
Ryan's
it's
cool. Ryan's
like,
pretty
well,
cool person.
I live in Northern California.
Is
so
that
I
like a
just putting
statistic
that
you would
out there
put on the
for him.
back of like a playing card
no. It's not fun when Ryan's not here to fucking defend himself
Yeah, that's true.
and talk
Oh,
about
right.
your Judge Dredd?
and slap dicks out of his own mouth.
Is he the one that was all pissed off because he was in Detroit working on engines that
Yeah.
he already knew about?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got problems.
Oh, we hung
You
out.
heard it from Buffett,
All right,
folks.
I guess I need to like watch over the last couple episodes or something. I think I missed
You know,
something.
it was pretty cool. It was uneventful, but we had some arcades, some Caribbean food. You know,
I mean, the big question is
Why can't you grow an ass?
Why can't you grow an ass?
I think what
and if
Mike,
you can't grow an
agreed. I
ass,
think
you
we-
don't deserve to be on this show. No.
Blake, I think what Andrew's trying to ask you is he good at it or not? You know,
good at what?
You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like you.
Come on, you don't know?
I don't know. He had a buddy with him.
You know, when the lights are dim, had a few drinks.
He was in Detroit, and then you disappeared for a couple of weeks, and you come back with like stretch marks around your fucking lips.
Like what?
No.
Whoa!
She's a squirter.
I can fit my microphone now, guys. It fits now.
Mr. Herman.
Man, the chat is going pretty good, actually. I gotta admit, this is probably the most chatting I've seen on YouTube.
Chat is like super distracting.
As soon as you start talking about sucking dicks, it just explodes. Maybe that should be show titles from now on. We'll get like thousands of subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Brad, take note.
I was keeping up for a bit, but there's like probably 40 that I missed or so. I don't know.
Goddamn torrent's taking up all my bandwidth. Gotta
turn the fuckers off. Hot damn.
I am.
Torrent.
God damn it.
My torrent's taking up all my bandwidth.
First world problems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You joined the Hangout and you're off a torrent. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I got plenty of bandwidth to deal with. So.
You know what I'm saying? Woo!
So, Andrew, Chuck 13. God, I can't even say it. Chuck 12
Chuck
is asking.
13. You can't say 12. You see a 12 and Chuck 13.
I don't know. What's wrong? Beer. Cheers.
Beer.
He says, is your 911 a 2.0L?
Oh. Beast. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Andrew has an ambulance?
Is that you have a Porsche?
No, I had a 68 Porsche, yeah.
Okay.
I've sold it. It's no, I had to sell it. No, 68 dudes. No, I sold it years ago. And actually, it was a really sad thing. I was working on restoring it, and it sat outside for like 2 years when I lived in apartments here in Denver. After I built it in California, lived in apartments here in Denver, and I didn't have a garage, and it sat outside for about 2 years. And I had to make the decision to sell it to move it on to a good home that didn't involve let it sit outside. I had it under a cover and protected.
Wow.
But
Jim, you need to play the sad
outside.
piano music.
I know it was a very sad thing for me.
Oh.
And I sold it for stupid money, like low stupid money, trying to find a good home for it.
Sold all your arcade games.
No.
That's not sad people.
So yeah, my old Porsche, unfortunately, I sold it for nothing to a guy who I thought it was gonna do a good job with it and restore it the rest of the way.
He flipped it.
And he fucking flipped it. Because
fucking flippers.
You can't fucking trust people.
No.
I sold it for like half what it was worth at the time. And yeah.
Well, we got
who's echoing?
Jacob's back.
I don't know.
What the hell? Why is he back?
I found my charger. I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
I'm full of surprises. You never know when I'm coming in or out.
God damn it! I thought it was gonna be an early night. No,
We were just gonna talk about you.
So okay. So this is my life story.
Live.
Okay, I was born in a barn, this side of the Tallahassee.
Why you're raising a barn? Shut the door. I was raising a barn with all the other primitives. Where's that soundbite? I need some Army of Darkness sounds.
You know, I the computer died. I walked away, and I was sad because I didn't know what you guys were talking about. I felt like a kid where you had to go to bed, and your parents, you didn't know what was going on. You didn't want to go to bed.
What's that squeaking?
That'd be wrestling.
Crickets.
That's your job, Cricket Man.
Cricket Man.
So I think in the last, well, maybe this happened over a week ago. I can't remember, Carrie. But in the last week, I think you freed up some space in your garage. Wink, wink. And I just did today myself. So cheers to that. Oh, you're muted, Carrie.
Carrie's talking, but she's on mute. You guys see Carrie talking?
For a girl like
I'm
you,
enjoying it.
to come into my life. I've been waiting.
Jim, I can't wait for you to come here and hear my new 80s mix.
Yes. Yeah. It'll be like when we were all in the car at Brofest and it keeps changing. No, not this one. No,
Nope,
no,
not this one. No,
no. None of us can agree on one song.
No, that was
I'll go on
Cax.
Was that Cax? Oh, Brofest.
that's
No, we were
Cax.
fine because it was the drive there was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Muted. She's still
Carrie,
muted.
Carrie, to quote a good friend of ours, Clintoris, I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Oh shit! I've been
There
fucking
she goes.
this whole goddamn time. Oh
Yeah,
my
you-
lord!
Just tap the button. Don't hold it. You're pressing it too long. Just tap it.
Thank you for telling me. And again, I said funny and clever things.
We didn't hear a damn thing you said in 10 minutes.
Oh, man, that was like pure gold. and we missed out on it.
Not annoying like most women. So
My lips are flapping. So that is so congratulations on your reason. I mean, my reason for freeing up space in the garage is not good. But I will say, actually, I'm excited about plans now, because I'm thinking of kind of
reevaluating your situation.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Well, I'm honestly, I'm looking at flooring options and things, like actually making it the half of the garage a garcade, and the other half maybe eventually I'll have a car. So for our loyal viewers, I totaled my car last Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
I managed not to die, so that was good. I walked away, but it was kind of funny today, like having that, like driving to work today and thinking last Tuesday I was driving to work, and I came way closer to dying than I thought I would on a Tuesday going to fucking work. I want to be doing something fun if I'm going to be facing some sort of near-death experience. So I have.
What's the new car?
I don't have a new car.
Oh.
No.
She's got vehicle number 2 she's driving.
Yeah, my daughter and I are actually I have a rental car right now, which I will be turning in, and then.
No, I mean, because the only reason why I brought that up is all like, get a fucking van.
Oh no, I have a game hauler.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 drivers in the house, my daughter and I.
Game hauler.
Yeah, so I already have my game hauler, which is my RAV4. So it would be, if I were to get something else, it'll be a commuter car. But we're actually now holding off to kind of see if we need to have that, because her life is kind of in flux. So we'll see. So yeah, at the moment, but if I get something, it won't be something that has to be garaged, I don't think, which makes things a little more dangerous, because my little car that was in the garage had to be in the garage, kind of like Andrew trying to carefully take care of his Porsche to make certain that good things happened to it and it didn't get injured. My little baby car, I think maybe it just spent a handful of nights in its life outside of a garage, and truly after I totaled it and they hauled it away on last Tuesday, and then I think it was a Wednesday, it rained here, and I just remember like being incredibly sad. Like, I've tried so hard to keep this car from getting rained on, and like, oh my God, my car is out in the rain. And it was like this disconnect, like it doesn't matter because the car's totaled, but there's still part of me that's like, shit, my car's out in the rain. Like, I wanted to go protect it. It was so sad. I was like, oh my God. But now I'm seeking to embrace my space, and I'm like, okay, I can maybe get a little more comfortable in the arcade space. So I'm actually looking at like different flooring options, and that's made me happy, as opposed to just being sad about my car.
Hell yeah, put an extended Wi-Fi in there too.
Actually, you do need
I totally do if I'm ever to be in there.
It's seriously like a wall. You walk through that door into the garage, and it's like, oh, there goes Wi-Fi.
I have the same problem in my garage when I try to Wi-Fi out there. I see the
I'm like trying to
hardwire.
look up like Mortal Kombat 3 like combos and stuff. I can't do it, so I have to walk into her entryway, get a signal, then bring my phone back out there. I'm like, okay, I've got this. You know,
Right.
And it's funny though because like if as long as I start a video, like I could like start watching something in the house, and then I just step out to the garage, and I can keep it running usually. But yeah, it's funny I can't broadcast from there at all.
Spotify is a nightmare. You get through like 2 songs and then it just stops.
Yeah.
All right, Jimbo. Next trip you're out there, you need to drop a network cable out in the garage.
Bring it with you.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't be giving any advice. I'm the one that got her to switch from AT&T to Comcast.
I know.
Problems.
Yeah, it's been nothing but awful.
You could save $10 a month.
I know, right?
I honestly, I think that.
Yeah, what kind of
house
benefit
is
did you
just-
get for being trace switches?
Yeah, right. Wait a second. I didn't get anything. I'm screwed. No.
Right, I know. We totally should have worked that angle.
Right. No, I think it's something to wire because you had problems with AT&T. I mean, like I think they need to redo some sort of like the wiring and for your data just sucks.
Well, it's
in
funny because
general.
I live a half an hour from San Francisco, a major city, and yeah, and the services out here suck. It's like I might as well live out in the middle of nowhere, like some little town in Kansas. You'd never think I was away.
You might as well live in Minnesota. I don't think we don't have those problems here. No.
20 minutes from DC. What do you expect?
All right, so on YouTube right now we have 15 watching. We have one thumbs up, and we have 1 thumbs down. Who are you, motherfucker?
Right?
Or even Steven.
Oh, I bet you.
All right, I'm liking this. That's it. Fuck you, hand.
Oh shit! Just went to 4 instantly.
Hey, since Brad's like or you guys are some of your
3
moderators.
thumbs up.
Hey, anyone that's in the YouTube chat right now, if you could give us a thumbs up, we would like to get to 15.
And the thumbs down, thumbs up.
Oh, the negative went away. It was a conversion. It went from a 0 to a. It went to. It was a
cash flow rolling in already. Right?
Woo!
Oh, wait a minute. At 15 watching, how many of us are in our own thing? So we
negative
don't
again.
Oh yeah, no, it's all us.
Boo!
Yeah, it's all us.
A couple people.
Well,
Oh, yeah, right. No. Oh, so Gak, you're getting space in your garage. Tell us about your plans.
Yes, but you know how crazy it is. Okay, so I got rid of. Okay, so
your bike thing.
I used to
Your
build my
bike
own
thing.
bikes, and I had this big giant milling machine that I would make the parts on, and it's hardly been used since I stopped building bikes. And actually, the timing worked out because my son's, he needs the correct new vehicle. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just sell this, and we'll put the money into getting a new car. Well, new, right? So, but it's what's sweet is it frees up space in the garage, right? So,
Nice.
The drawback is though there was a storage rack, or should I say a workbench that was near my machine. That was the intention. It was like, if you're working on parts, you place them on the counter, doing stuff. Well, it became like a storage thing. So when I got the workbench out, there's like boxes of stuff now sitting on the floor. So I'm like, damn it, now I gotta get rid of this. But yeah, so anyways, it freed up enough space where I could maybe squeeze another 8 or 10 games in the garage. So
Just a couple, just a game or 2 or 8.
Yeah.
That'll do, Jake. That'll do.
That's usually my motivation to organize and clean up stuff better is by getting more games in.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I need to get a few more games in to force me to clean it up better. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's right. And I see your Cheyenne in the background there, Jimbo.
My naked Cheyenne, yes.
Mm-hmm. Naked.
Wait, did you say that, or
I was
did
kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding in Slack
Yeah.
that I should just varnish over this and keep the wood and not put
Yeah.
any fine to fit with the Western theme. No, but
take the coin door off, and it's like a pair of saloon doors.
Mm.
oh yeah, put some spurs
Oh my
like my
God.
buddy was saying on
Yeah.
If that was a kid game and you could play around with it like that, how awesome would that be? That'd be awesome. It'd be so fun.
My and you know what reminded me was I think Friday. I'll be picking up my it's themed as chiller now. My machine, so looking forward to playing that again.
What cabinet is it? Is it?
It's okay. So there's two sizes. I don't know if yours is a bigger one. It looks like it's
Mine's
a
a
bigger
shorter. Mine's a 74-inch. Yep.
Okay. So mine's just like that then.
Okay. So it was probably a
my my old machine I had was Cheyenne, but it was taller.
Yeah, you probably had the 80-inch version.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 to 6 inches taller.
Yep, that's what Chris Rhodes has. That's what his chiller is, which I think is the way that those came.
The chillers.
Yeah, but like Crossbow and Cheyenne came. Most of them came in the shorter version, and then because I think the taller cabinets came later.
Okay.
I played all three of those in the arcade. I loved them.
Yeah.
Still do.
It's so much fun. The sounds and everything. I was just telling my dad about it over the weekend, and he's all interested and excited about it. But it's like, it's such a fun theme. Like,
yeah,
it's a cool game.
I mean, if only you had the wood gun. Oh, wait a minute, you do.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's the very last thing I'm going to do.
You got so lucky to have gotten that. Wow.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know how you managed to find that, or maybe you got so lucky that someone gave it to you as the bestest gift ever.
I think Jimmy was firm.
Quite possibly. Yeah. Ow. Well, there's a reason why this game was brought to the forefront for my next restoration. I was subtly influenced by a Christmas gift.
No pressure. Kind of like Dave with that gun, with his dad working on it. Like at some point, you're like, "Whoa, shit! I better do this."
I want to have this thing bondoed and prepped tomorrow, and then Thursday I want to get the polyurethane on so that next week I can start vinyl. That's my goal. I'm feeling ambitious.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So what's up with Dave, man? I've seen at least like 100 arcade games being sold in New York area, and he hasn't grabbed any of them yet.
Not Buffalo.
No, he just asks us, "Is this game good for $100?" And then we're like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Okay, just checking," and then doesn't pick it up and it just goes by.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a big deal working. I got a big deal.
Although we haven't seen Brian for a while. I wonder how many games he's picked up.
Right?
Probably as many as you've posted about.
Yeah.
No, I'm holding back. I don't have a lot of room, but I'm.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. I have plenty of room here.
Yeah, that makes that's so not an excuse.
I think Dave has an entire room of what is that, blue light somewhere.
But yeah, exactly. Blue cans of some Love Light
He's
beer.
got a pyramid going. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if all you guys caught this.
We're waiting for that show, Dave, where you just take like a nosedive right through it. Just body slam like cans. Yeah.
Caught what, Deck?
Oh, so we have a celebrity in our YouTube chat now.
Oh,
I see that.
Mr. Clintoris.
What?
Oh yeah.
If I read
wait, Gak, I can't hear you. What did you just say?
Exactly, yeah.
Where's the phone?
So if I read it correctly, he posted on Facebook recently. He actually, I think for the second time, was an extra on a TV show called Nashville.
Oh yeah.
My wife watches Nashville.
He plays like a bodyguard or something like that.
What?
Maybe he can confirm that in the chat. But I'm
With
like,
all the money, he can
cool.
sell plane tickets, right?
Right? Yeah, there you go. So, yes, Clintoris has joined us in the chat.
Yay! It makes us feel like it almost makes it feel like we're like a real show or something.
Right.
Which we're so not.
Exactly.
I've been in a big production movie. I don't want to hear it. Come on.
So you got some good residuals from that movie?
I get Zippo.
Zippo. Well.
No.
Aw.
I get my daily credits. Woohoo!
Did you get a free copy of the DVD?
Which I'm still waiting on.
Oh, you're kidding me! Seriously?
I haven't got a single piece. No.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is.
It's on Netflix if you want to see it, Buffett.
Free.
Yeah. Other than the premiere, that's the only place I've seen it.
Yeah, that is. It's on Netflix. No, I bought it as soon as it was out on digital, and whatever the day it came out, I bought it.
Yeah, no, I'm still waiting. Other than the premiere, that's the only place I've seen it.
Like, ooh, it's deja vu all over again.
I watched the extras before the DVD came out. That was the only bonus I got. The director sent me the link.
Well, and I said in our personal chat to Jimbo that Mr. Nibbler, Tim McVeigh.
Yeah.
He said he's getting an eyes cabinet.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see if he can actually put up a score that can compete with Jimbo.
Oh, I know, right?
I've been
That'll be the mashed potato off.
Right? Yep.
Yeah, the potato smackdown.
Yep.
I've been listening to Time Runners podcast.
Yes, that's where I heard it. Yes.
Yeah, that's where I heard it too. I enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
If he's watching.
Yeah.
I think he's Yeah. And then I didn't see Man vs. Steak for a while, so after I heard them talking, I was watching it while I was making breakfast.
Oh, I think this room or this thing will forever be like a hangout, just fucking around, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
But Mark's new show, they're kind of like taking over the whole Johns thing. I think they're doing a good job. They're getting tons of celebrities. You know, they're getting.
We don't want celebrities.
No, we just want to fuck around.
Yeah, no, I like fucking around. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. No, that's cool. Because it would be nice to have someone have a good quality show fill that spot, because that's not us.
Yeah, we have Mark.
No, we don't aspire to that.
Well, Bobby Z is listening in, so yes,
Hey.
Arcade Radio is the show.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a little plug.
Yeah, no, we'll totally plug a show better than ours.
Yeah, I'm not one to like not talk about others because they're competition or any of that bullshit.
We
I
are
enjoy it all.
not competition with anyone.
Exactly.
We don't want to be.
And by the way, and speaking of other podcasts, Andrew, you saw the tweet about the Gamer Junkies guy.
Oh yeah, showing up here in Denver.
What's his name? I want to say pedestrian. That's not it.
No. Yeah, Sabat. No.
I know. Damn it.
I responded.
Yeah. So that'd be cool if you guys could meet up.
Yeah, let's hang out. One up downtown. Sure, yeah.
He's definitely. I don't know if you listen to Game Junkies at all.
I've an episode here or there.
Yeah. It's mostly pinball, I'd say, but it's pretty entertaining. It's pretty straight. They don't get too loose and crazy, but it's entertaining. So. Preston.
Yes, thank you very much.
Preston. Yeah.
So yeah, I responded back to that. Said, "Hey, Preston, let me know when you're here, and let's hang out and go to One Up."
Yeah. Sweet. My beer's empty again, so I got to go refill it.
All right. When you come back, when you come back, Chris, I'm curious to hear if there's anything in particular that you're looking to fill your garage with. So contemplate that while you go
I will
refuel.
think about that.
Okay.
I will be right back.
All right.
I like the term garcade. That was nice. I've never heard that before.
Oh,
by the way.
yeah. I didn't think of that, honestly. Although back when I actually had the car in it, it was more of a carcade. But now that my car is, been signed over to my insurance company, it's a garcade. And I'm excited. Actually, it's funny. Today I went to my post office box, and because I ordered some little squares of samples for possible flooring, and I thought that they came, and I'm like, oh, sweet. I wanted to rip it open there and realize it's just some checks I'd ordered. I'm like, oh, never mind. I don't care. Right? I don't give two shits about the checks. I know what they're about. But I'm excited to see. It's actually a rubber. Because I don't want to do something that it's an adhesive to my floor, and I want cheap. I should say that. I want inexpensive. And I want something that isn't like, I'm not going to have to, if I decide to move at some point, that I'm not going to have to scrape crap off the bottom of my garage floor to sell it. So, but there's
tape them down.
What?
Get some carpet squares and tape them down.
Well, what I'm looking at are, carpet square is a possibility, and I've looked at carpet, but then I ran across some, they're like a rubber kind of thing that comes in, like they're rubber interlocking tiles.
Yeah.
And what I like about that idea is one of the concerns I've had and why this winter has been, quite frankly, very stressful for me is with all the rain, I get some amount of water and splash that comes into the garage. And so this winter, I've been freaked the fuck out because we've had the most rain we've had in 20 years. And I have games that are
welcome.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Each time Jim visits, it would fucking rain, although it rained a lot when you weren't here too. But certainly each time you came, it rained. So
there's a joke in there somewhere.
There is oh yeah, that was poorly phrased. Yeah, I'm just not going there. I'm just going to keep talking. So,
where's that sample, Jim?
Yeah, just moving on. Nice, thank you for that.
Sorry. I had my finger in the sample button, but I didn't have the sample.
You got your finger somewhere.
So I'm just gonna keep talking. So because there were cabinets, because I was so cramped for space, there were cabinets pretty darn close to the garage door, and I would put towels. I was lining up rolled up towels to try. I called them soldiers against the rain, because if they hit the first one, then I would have time, hopefully, to change it out before the next one came in. And it's not that my garage is up slightly from on an incline from the driveway, so it's not that it doesn't go this way with the garage here and the driveway here. It does go this way, but it's only slight, and it gets a lot of splash that comes in as it falls, as the rain hits and comes off the gutters when the rains a lot. So what I like about the idea of something rubber is that it elevates the games ever so slightly, and unlike carpet, which as soon as the water hits it will just act like a fucking sponge, there's a chance for things to kind of dry out, as long as I would obviously still put a space between where the rubber tiles would start and where the garage door is. But that's my hope, is that this would work. But I'm just afraid that even though they talk about kind of like a hard tile or something, I don't know if it will be smooth enough for me to be able to have games that I can manipulate them and slide them a little bit, or if it's going to be too vulnerable to being torn, or I won't be able to move the games because there's just too much of an anti-skid.
Yeah,
And
we have some of those those rubber interlocking tiles at my brother-in-law's office, and they're pretty heavy duty. I mean, you can spill a cup of water on them and it doesn't soak in or anything. And now the corner edges of a machine, I don't know. I think that they're pretty tough.
Yeah. So the samples hopefully will be here soon, and that's when I get my insurance money, I've told myself that I can put aside a little. It's like my one, since I'm not going to be buying a new car yet, like my one kind of treat, and the rest of it will go towards boring things. But like, paying off debt. But but I am going to allow myself, like, okay, I'll take some amount of money under $1,000, hopefully significantly under $1,000, and in order to make half of the garage into a nice space, as opposed to what I have it right now, which is kind of shitty, honestly. And that I'm hoping that will, because I was so mournful, obviously, about it. I get choked up about my car.
About that. Like when you get paid out through insurance, if you lose a car, that if you could buy a car with that money. If your house catches on fire and you get insurance money, you should buy a house. I always wondered if that was like shady practices or something. But I guess not. Right?
I mean, yeah, they just pay you. And my insurance is awesome. I have USAA, which is the military insurance. And I mean, honestly, I've always had I've had them for years and years, and they're wonderful. And basically, they pay. Yeah, they because my car was a 2000. Oh, I'm echoing. Someone needs to stop that. Okay, that sounds better.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the way that works is because my car wasn't listed as part of Blue Book, they sent it to like a valuation place that looked at, I guess, all the auctions and all the various things, and then came up with a value based on what it was. And quite frankly, it seemed very fair. So I just was like, fine, yeah, let's go with it. And so they pay me. So they're going to give me a check for that. Plus the amount of what it would basically, if I paid for a car at that rate, what the taxes are on that car. So X amount for the taxes, and also they figured out the value of the DMV renewal. So how much I would have paid, how much was left on my DMV sticker for the year. And so they added that all together minus my deductible, because it was my fault since it was a single car accident. I wasn't speeding that much.
You were reading the Slack chat, weren't you?
I know. It's funny that actually the CHP asked me. So at the very end, because I'm there, and like the local cops came, and fire department came, and then eventually, and the tow truck came, and CHP, the California Highway Patrol came, and at the very end, like I'm getting ready to get into the tow truck, and and the CHP officer asked me, he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, were you on your phone or texting?" I'm like, "No," because realize, hey, stop it. Sorry, it's my dog. That I'm on my way to work. Quite frankly, I know. Right? Quite frankly, I was rocking out to the 80s. I was singing along to the radio, and like life was good.
Yeah.
I like the choices. That was awesome because they're both work themed. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly
totally. Yeah, it was not that song. I don't remember the song, but I was rocking out to the 80s. I was just in a good place. I wasn't even going that fast. Like usually I fucking speed like a maniac, but I wasn't that day. And I was very lucky that there was no one around me when I wiped out. But anyway, so the cop asked me, he's like, "Oh yeah, so he's like, "Oh, so were you thank you, Zadie. Were you on your phone, or were you texting?" I'm like, "No." He's like, have you been drinking?
Yes. At 8 a.m.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I just laughed. I'm like, no. He goes, "I had to ask." I'm like, "I know." And I'm sure that actually there are those people who at 8:30, 8:30, 8:15 have been drinking, but no. But I will say this, it was a Wednesday after our I'm like, ooh, it had been the night I had been drinking the night before.
You're like, oh but shit.
Actually, last Tuesday, honestly, I don't think I even drank all that.
You're like, no, this is bullshit. Yes. I had my never too hungover.
I always
possible.
Yeah, your car's full of
empty, never too hungover bottles in the passenger seat.
Yeah, like 20
car
of them.
seat.
Full boxes in the trunk.
Yeah.
It is one of the things that they noted, though, is that my airbags didn't go off, and I had been going like 60 miles. I mean, I was in the highway. I was going like 60 or so miles an hour, and yeah, the airbags did not go off when I smashed into the guardrail. So that was a bad thing. There was a little bit of a failure there from my the safety aspect of my car. But honestly, I got lucky that they didn't go off because I didn't get that hurt, and I could have been more hurt by the airbags if they gone off. But on the other hand, they really should have fucking gone off. So, I took out like 5.
Well, I mean,
posts.
your dash lights are on the fritz. Your
I know.
There
were some issues, but I took out 5 posts at that guardrail. Like, yeah, probably. Probably the
and that's why it's called a guardrail.
Oh my God! If it weren't for that guardrail, I would not. Seriously, I would.
You would be a dog.
I would. Yeah, it would be. I'd be on tubes. I mean, because
was it like down a mountainside or something?
It wasn't a mountain because there's truly some serious mountains around here, but it was down a hill. I would have gone down a hill. I would have been rolled. I would have rolled and rolled. Not as bad as it could have been. I wouldn't have fallen into the ocean or anything, but
probably no cellular coverage down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that guardrail did exactly what it was supposed to. It kept me from rolling down the hill. It broke, and it helped me spin out back into the.
Andrew's getting kind of scary now. He's like all
like Blair Witch on us.
Blair Witch on us. Yeah.
I'm going inside. It's fucking cold in the ground.
Okay. I was like, are you going in the backyard to take a day from Buffalo League or what?
My solder guy's running to make it hot in here.
Kitchen.
Damn.
Kitchen.
Oh wow, somewhere that's not the
something.
Yeah, it's not very creepy. Sorry.
Nice.
The fancy kitchen. That's a lot of decanters.
I'm a fencing.
Yeah. Actually, they need to be filled. Actually.
Yeah, I have
right.
one
That's sad.
Yeah.
I've
Drink filled with that stuff.
Right.
Why do I ever need 2 decanters for? But hey.
What's the point when you can just slug it right out the bottle?
Well, that's the point. They don't last very long. So I end up,
Yeah, I mean, you need alcohol that needs to be decanted, such as
wine.
Because wine benefits from being decanted, but you don't need to decant scotch.
That's true. Just wine.
No, but it's more special when you drink it out of crystal.
That's true. And you have another
I
dish
need another
to do.
drink.
Yeah, this is
Good reminder.
That's what I'm here doing. Yeah.
I'm empty too. It's beer break.
It's only 11 o'clock.
Hey, somebody sing a song.
No.
If I only had
right.
In my head, I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain.
I hate that commercial.
Is that a commercial?
It's in a commercial, yeah, and I hate it.
It's for a college.
Because it's sung by
yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Indie girl, she's singing it with a squeaky indie voice that I hate.
Yeah. And
you guys had this shit?
Yes.
Oh, a long time ago.
The 120 proof?
I don't remember.
Oh my!
I was drunk when I had some.
Yeah, Jim Crondo got some of that. I didn't have it, but he did, I think.
It's like, so it's a 9-year age, small batch, 120 proof Mount Creek. It's fucking, I'm not drinking this tonight.
Andrew,
good for you.
Andrew, let's see
Not
that
more
label
than
one
one
more
shot
time.
right now.
Oh yeah, sorry. So the label here, Mount Creek, 20
single barrel, small batch.
And this is like this shit's like, I can't sip on this. It's totally a sipper.
I can't sip you.
It's basically a son of a batch.
It's a son of a batch.
Oh, nice.
You fit right in.
Right. You are awesome.
So, Jacob, hi,
Yes.
I'm Chris.
Hi, Chris.
You were on, I guess, recently, and I missed it. Last week, okay. And where are you at?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Okay, awesome.
Pacific Northwest.
I'm planning on making a trip up there early June.
Nice. You should let me know and swoop by and check out the Wooden Arcade, which is artwork / the name of my Garcade, as Carrie puts it.
Okay.
Which I'm going to steal from her.
Are you going to the Tacoma Pacific Northwest show by any chance?
The Northwest Pinball Show?
Yeah.
It depends. Last year when I wanted to go to it, it actually fell on the same time as, I believe, something else. What was it? Oh, it was CAX, I think. It was the same weekend as CAX, but obviously I was going down to CAX, so I couldn't make it.
You did go to CAX last year.
I did go to CAX last year. That was my first time.
Did you check out the Prototype tournament?
I did. I did go to Prototype, and I got to a point where I was pumped up. I was raring to win, and I could not figure out half of those games. It was tough.
Chicken Shift. Need I say more? Fucking Chicken Shift. That game has haunted me. I hated it at the time, but I'm kind of like, maybe I like that game actually.
That's a good game.
It was so fucking stressful. I kind of hated it, but then afterwards, I'm like, that was really a good game actually.
That game is hard as hell to find. I got the board for it. I just got to build my Belly Sente thing.
What was that one game that had that like alien with the one eye on it? It was one of those Prototype games. That was the one I was at the longest. It was a vector game.
Oh, like
what was it?
Eyes?
The marquee. No, the marquee was like a green alien with like a single eye.
Oh.
That sounds like Space Fury.
Yeah, Space Fury. That's what it was. It was the Space Fury one. Yeah, that one was the one I was actually okay at playing with.
Was that a prototype though?
It was. It was in that row of.
It was like the rare vector. I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had the rare vectors.
Yeah,
right. The vexing vectors or whatever you call
something like
that.
that.
Yes, that's good job. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe it wasn't part of the list, but I remember it was in that
rarefied
row.
rasters and the vexing vectors, or whatever the hell that was.
Well, CAX is like at the end of July this year.
Yeah.
And then I think the beginning of June, somewhere around there, is the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I would love to go to that.
Yeah. I'm actually planning a road trip with my sons. Heading up there.
Oh, that's awesome.
We were going to do a Europe trip, but I think we're holding off a year now. So.
We were going to go to Europe, but instead we decided to drive like 5 miles north.
You know what you should do, Chris? You should do an arcade roadmap and just stop along the way.
I do. I do plan on doing that. There's Vector Volcano in Eugene, I think.
Yep, and then you've got Coin Jam in Salem.
Yep.
You've got Ground Control, obviously, in Portland.
Yeah. I went to Ground Control in 2012, I think. But yeah, I definitely want to hit them up again.
Don't forget, if you're even remotely if you can do it, Lincoln City, Chris Donner, and Game Over Arcade on the Ocean is pretty great too.
Okay, cool.
Yep, and the Wooden Arcade with eight machines and one pinball, best place in town. By the way, it's on free play.
Sweet. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you're not that far of a drive from Idaho.
No, yeah.
No bullshit excuses. You're making it to Grinkers.
I know that's the key.
100%.
You know, my goal, because what I usually do for Portland Retro Gaming Expo is I make about 200 to 250 pieces, and it takes me about 6 to 8 months of straight painting, at least 2 or 3 hours a day, and working and cutting and sanding. So if I project it early, I should be able to get done with it before PRGE, so I could try to make it out there before, because they happen on the same like 2 week span.
Oh, you're the one that makes those wooden things that go on the wall?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Mike.
That 8-bit like super glossy
penis,
like really high-end looking vaginas.
Yeah, I want a lover boy.
You know, I've actually had many requests for pixelated penis. I've had lots of pixelated requests.
You know, that's the line though, right?
Got wood.
Yeah.
All right, Jim.
Is that the show name? Got wood.
I saved myself.
What are you drinking there, Jim?
You know, the typical vodka cocktail.
You know,
Yeah, it's kind of
30
it's yeah, vodka, club soda, some lemon and lime juice.
Jimbo lemonade.
Jimbo.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Jimbo,
I'll be drinking these for, well, between this and bourbon as the replacement for probably another month, and then I'll be back on the good old beer sauce and Manhattans and everything else that I've been missing
Bless
these
you.
last few months.
You gotta mellow out to the vodka.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, the vodka's great and all, but I really miss like a full-on cocktail, you know? Like
is Scrappy back in here with us, or is he just kind of like
I'm here.
lurking?
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm here.
You lurker.
I'm lurking and listening and watching those boobs bounce and Buffett's.
It's yeah.
The whole last show and this show, it's just been about bouncing boobies.
I couldn't quite tell because you know the graphics on your logo there looked a little FPGA-ish. Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh, nice. I don't know if that was real hardware.
Crafty's connecting through his specialized FPGA computer.
Hey Jim, you got a new tool? You going to show us your tool?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of new tools. I've gotten really into this lock picking shit. Actually.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Jim do a lock picking demo for us.
I'm gonna do. I decided I'm gonna do a video for my channel on picking different locks.
There's a lot of guys that do it. You should do it.
Well, there's a few really good YouTube channels. One guy that I follow
you gotta
is
set it up to where there's like a hidden camera.
It's Bosnian Bill. He's a locksmith.
He's like the pro of the world, man.
Is he in Bosnia?
Yeah.
Bosnian? No, he's a former vet, and he picks locks better than anybody in the world.
He explains it really well too, and it's all legit because there's a lot of bad YouTube videos, like low quality people that have clearly rigged the lock to make it look easier than it is. He explains everything. Like he's got hundreds of videos for beginners, for everything, and he's very well spoken. It's very easy to understand. So
He never shows himself either, ever.
No, he's like John before now.
Yeah.
Before always.
Before, yeah.
He's the John's arcade of lock picking.
He's like John before he could see his nostrils. I'll never forget that. But no, I've gotten into this. So I follow him a little bit, but
all I gotta say is,
I kind of like that. I miss that a little bit.
Yeah,
it's soothing. It's soothing.
Yeah.
Because his videos are louder than any other video that I watch. I always have to turn down my speakers or the volume slider before the second I click on his video because of the John's Arcade, and like it's so jarring. But no, getting back, I just picked up a couple more things. So I started out getting with this because I was at Carrie's and Andy had left a really cheap lockpick set with her, and she's like, well, he left this here, and she had it was for her Tales from the Crypt back glass, had a lock on there, and the back glass lock, it's vertical, so it's not easy to drill out without riding against the glass. So I'm like, well, you know what, I'll give this a shot. She left to go teach her dog class, and so I went on YouTube and I'm like just watching a couple basic videos on how, like, some techniques on how to pick a lock. And the set only that he had was very cheap.
Get this cheap shit here.
Oh yeah, I've got a very similar set there, Gleek.
These are the worst. This Chinese.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. Okay. I watched a couple videos and I practiced on a couple of her games that she had keys for because I had nothing to lose. And the first lock I picked within like a couple minutes, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I finally got somewhat of a technique down. But there's 5 or 6 different ways to pick a lock, and so like I was just using the most basic like raking method. and I got it open. I'm like, holy fuck! And I was able to get her Tales from the Crypt back glass open. I'm like, and besides saving time and not having the mess of drilling a lock open, it's oddly gratifying to do it, and like it gets addicting. Like it's so much fun. It's like a puzzle, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy something a little bit better than what she's got here. And so I went online, and I didn't, being an amateur, I didn't read like in-depth reviews and stuff. And I ended up buying a real cheap set. Actually, me and Carrie have the same set now, and so it's a little, it's like there's way more tools here than you actually need. There's like 18 here, but these are pretty cheap. They work, but there's better stuff out there. But this is it was a good starter kit. I got this for like $15 or something.
I got the sparrows, Jim.
Yeah, I've got sparrows too there, buddy. Yeah, but which are way better.
Nice. Yeah,
they're built with better steel.
Yeah.
So I've got those now too. I bought their raker pick, or their raker set, and their the pick set, along with their tension wrench set. But those are great. And then recently, because there's not very many of them out there, but a lot of the older games use a double wafer lock, and so I picked up a double.
It is a wafer thin.
Yeah.
we're gonna have Grand Theft Auto Denver.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Jimbo.
So
Jimbo's
these
gotta
guys are,
pick the lock of a car, and you gotta see how far you can drive it before the Denver police pick you up.
Well, that's actually what these would work on. These are double-sided lock.
You know what? They call it
they're kind of like, they're very similar to jiggler keys, where you kind of rake it in. So Carrie's got a lock on her reactor. I've ran across.
You mean the Gravatar? Oh,
No,
yeah, you're right.
reactor.
Yeah. Sorry.
But a few games, the old ones, some of them use these double-sided locks, and they're wafer locks, which are older than tumbler locks. So, but these are for those. And then Gleek was talking about, he was showing his cheap tubular lockpick set. I've got a similar one that I ordered. This is the first one I got, and again, it's from China. These are meant to pick tubular locks. Now, they work okay. I could probably pick half of the tubular locks I've got. But the problem with them is they don't work on everything. And they are cheap, and they don't work very well at decoding
like a
the
bunch
lock.
of spiny looking springs sticking out the sides of that.
Yeah. So the way that these guys work, and I'll show this in my video.
When I get
around to it. But if you so it looks like a tubular lock on the outside.
Yeah. But it has teeth.
No, it's the same. But so the way that it works is, and this is going to be terrible with a webcam. Let me see if I can. So these little sliders up here, these are for the teeth.
Yeah.
Because each lock has its own code. Yeah. So the way that you use one of these is you find a flat surface, and you make sure that they're all flush. So they're completely flush like this. And all your tubular locks have a little slot, and there's a little pin inside here. And so you slide this in, and when you press it all the way inside the lock, these kind of mold around the pins. Exactly. When you press it inside, the pins mold around it, and so you start working it clockwise, counterclockwise. You work it back and forth, and eventually, if you're doing it right, or if the lock isn't entirely too difficult, this will finally lock into place, and you'll be able to open the lock pretty quickly. The problem is that these cheap ones don't work on every tubular lock. That's why there's 3 here. They're for the common sizes. You got these are the 7-pin tubular locks. Almost every tubular lock, the most common are 7 pins. So they got 7 pins in a circular fashion. And these are different girths. So you got 7mm, 7.5, and 7.8.
How can you say that with a straight face?
I know, right?
I can't.
Which is wonderful.
So
It's one of your charms.
So the set will work on
where you like stick that thing up your nose and
nose picker.
when you hear the crunch, you know you're there.
So they work, but they don't work very well, and they don't cover everything. I got this for like $15-20 as well. I was ecstatic that I could open up a lot of the games that have tubular locks, but again, it didn't work on everything. Carrie's got a lock on her Gravatar. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out. I could not get it to work. So there's that.
You crowbar that shit.
You get what you
Twisting
pay for.
around this, digging around through.
No, we want to keep it a beautiful coin door lock.
Oh, come on.
This is
Rest-
to
Little rough
avoid.
around
This is to
Yeah.
avoid drilling it out.
Yeah, you know what? I
Yeah.
started this whole thing. And Jim finally got into it. I love picking the locks of the arcade games.
It's so gratifying. Plus,
It's like a
and I'll
puzzle.
get to that in a second here. You can with these tubular locks, it's really easy, especially if you have a fancier tool. These
You have the premium edition tool.
Right? You're fancy.
It's the tool's only bigger.
Yeah.
so in
the
theory,
Avoid
in
that
theory, no.
you know, you just gotta go full on with the best.
Jim's all she may not hit bottom, but she bangs the shit out of the sides.
Yeah, this is definitely
where do I even go from here?
Jim, are you seriously trying to have a serious conversation right now at like 11:30
I'm just
Mountain?
gonna drink.
I thought you were just supposed to
There you go. I know, right? I just had my never too hungover.
Hey,
I'll be having one of those soon.
No,
just
keep,
read me where you got that new big tool at. I want to buy one.
keep trying.
You
Keep
interested
trying.
in his new big tool?
Show us your big tool.
That,
All right,
that
all right.
gets in
Let
all
me-
the right
I'm
spots.
gonna download some songs on my phone here and some stupid shit. So keep talking.
What's
I
that?
thought you were supposed to like wiggle your credit card.
I know.
I thought you like shake the door and wiggle your credit card at the latch, and then you're all good. No? That's the way they do it in the movies.
Oh yeah, or they use a hairpin, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And
That-
it's
that-
open.
that's
And
what you call raking,
time.
Jack, and it does work in some cases.
it does work, but again, it pays to have the proper tools.
Yes.
But you have to have two devices, right? You
Yeah.
can't do like a
You have
raking
to have-
without
You've
a
got
motion bar.
you have to have a minimum
They-
2 tools for a normal cam lock or any standard tumbler lock. You have to have at least 2 tools. One is the actual picking tool or rake, and then the other is a tension wrench to turn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. And so like they always show that in the movies where it's like they just have the rake, they don't have the tension wrench. It's like the rake goes in and then it just twists and like
Yeah.
it's magic, it's open.
Yeah.
That never works.
No, I mean you can, and then it then depends a lot on the lock. Fancier locks are going to have security pins, which you really can't rake. And then you always hear in movies, oh, it's got a false set, and that's a lot of jargon because like, yes, there's false sets, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible to pick. You know, like it just means that there's a pin that's going to bind that you can't just get past by rocking and raking. But going back to the tubular lock, these cheap tools, they do have a way you can decode them, but it's so sloppy. So I went ahead and I bought there's two main, I did a bunch of research, and there's 2 main fancy tubular lock picking tools out there. One's called a Peterson Pro, which I couldn't find anywhere. There was one on eBay, and then the listing was taken down before I could bid on it. They both run, and then there's this one which is made by ProLock. They both run brand new around the $300 mark.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
Jesus.
That was $300?
This one I got on eBay. I got this one on eBay, and I spent $170 on it.
So wait.
Oh my gosh.
Holy, there's a lot of quarters in that Gravatar.
You could have bought a fucking arcade.
I know.
What a
I know.
You could have just pried open the coin door, bought a new coin door for $50.
No, not even like
it's about classics and preserving them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, preserving these keys. Could someone please link us to a fucking link on Harbor Freight for what a set of shitty ass crappy drill bits cost?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it's like 25 cents.
Yeah.
I know.
No, but it's so
And
cool.
believe me, I spent a lot of time going back and forth whether I should buy this or not.
I learned this one trick with most games. If you just take the back door off, you can reach in behind the coin door and unscrew the screw.
No, but honestly, not for the coin boxes. Not for coin
That
boxes.
wouldn't work on Cheyenne.
Yeah,
No.
and the coin boxes, no, because they isolate those fuckers. Like
Yeah,
I have a lot of
yeah,
them where I can get
they're
into the
always
coin
screwed.
doors, but the coin boxes, I have a couple of machines where I
When it
can't
comes
get
to
into.
money, they got that.
No,
Right? They got that shit
I've been
dialed in.
drilling, guys. I know.
You've been
I've
drilling?
been drilling locks. I've been drilling, all right.
He's been drilling with his thick drill bit.
That's the only way.
His special fancy drill bit.
It bangs the shit.
That's the only way I've been getting around this shit for years is to drill out the lock, and I'm so sick of spending that time.
Well, what I'm
Wait, what's
and the
wrong with
metal
spending some
sheet-
time?
Some locks just need to take time.
What I'm
She said
wondering,
box.
what I'm wondering is once you actually pick the lock and it's open, what happens then? I mean, you still have the key, and I mean, like,
You have no
what's
key.
right, exactly. Once you pop it open, what's the end result really?
You have a preserved coin door that doesn't have one more
key.
band in it than it already had.
Yeah.
Well,
You're missing
you let
something.
me
Jim's going
talk.
to explain
I
about
can
how you
explain
can
that.
make a key from that tool.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
that's yeah.
Thank you, Mike, because that's what I wanted to get to.
I'm just helping.
Yeah.
No, Mike's helping. No, but
And I will say, like in the case of my Gravatar, I haven't the one piece of the Gravatar that I haven't been able to restore is the coin door. Because I mean, it's either I drill out the lock, and it's the tubular lock, so it just feels a little more like that's a lot of fucking drilling. And quite frankly, when I did try drilling a lock, I ended up breaking my goddamn impact driver because that's what I had at the time, which I love that thing, and so I ended up breaking that, and I ended up I suck when it comes to drilling things.
and by
out.
the way, drilling out a circular tubular is a little more involved than a
No, the
standard
tubular
tumbler.
locks will fuck your bits up. Yeah. That'll take like 3 bits to get through those. So we're talking like
well, after
like me and you
enough
do the
games,
whole-
they'll pay for itself.
after like one pilot and then 2 bits.
Well, for me, it killed my entire driver. Like my whole tool was destroyed because
Who made your driver? Because that's not a very good driver.
it was it actually wasn't bad. I forgot what brand it is. I still have it, but it's like it got so hot it ended up melt. Even though I was doing it very slowly, it ended up. I did.
Should it be something?
Andrew,
so
how
like
long does it take you to drill out a lock, typically?
I mean, so
a tubular
5-10 minutes. Yeah,
Like
I mean, a
9.
tubular lock takes.
I can pick a lock and I can pick a lock in under 30 seconds.
No, you got it, dude. Like, I'm not fucking with you on that. Like, you got it. Like, I love that idea.
But it's only this is only going to take Andrew. This is only going to take me like 50 games to make it worth it.
Yeah.
Starting with my Gravatar.
I love the idea of what you're doing, Jim, and I don't want to fuck with you because of that. But at the same time, I'm like, you spent how much on picks?
I spent a lot of fucking money on this. I'm not
But
getting
you
like
learned a
I
skill.
knew.
You learned a skill. We're gonna rob some
spent-
fucking cars here when we come to Denver.
He's never.
Well,
paid
you saw
for
my
laundry.
post in Slack. I'm like, man, I'm so tempted to go into the laundry room because they're all tubular, 7-pin tubular
You're
locks.
gonna have so much fun with your skills. Ever.
It's fun. It's like another hobby. It's fun.
But
It's
see,
like
now the whole thing is now I like if you can pick that lock, then I can then take that coin door off and restore it because right now like everything about that game is good. Oh shit, everybody's frozen.
No, we're just riveted.
Oh, there you go. You're back. Yeah, you weren't that
so-
riveted. You were a little bit frozen.
So Jimbo, so once you figure out, let's learn about how you make the key
All right.
afterwards.
All right. Do you want? Okay. Let me. I'll get
It's
to
a
that
locksmith,
now.
right? Yeah.
All right. Well, you can also get. I'm not going to buy one, but you can actually get key makers for these tubular locks as well.
Yeah.
But the way, so I'm just going to pull. This is the tool. It's really tiny.
I'm just gonna whip this out.
Excuse me while I whip this out. All right. So you've got this crazy contraption here, right?
That is
here's what you insert into the vagina. No, I mean
Slowly.
so- yes, not all at once.
Yeah, don't want to overwhelm it.
So you've got this pin that's sticking out here. This is for that notch in the tubular lock, and then you've got a bunch of pins here for each one of the
Brian says, "Bring in the logic probe."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Bring in the
Sorry,
logic
Jim.
probe.
Yeah.
Bring in the
You
Camelot
gotta
probe.
Interrupt yourself because
Yeah.
I do.
this is really
All right.
way too late to be talking about serious stuff. I want to hear this stuff.
I know.
But, like,
Until Mike said it.
Yeah.
No, I like this
Thanks,
too.
Mike.
This is Jim's right. This is like a side hobby.
No,
it really
I love
is.
it. I'm totally all about it, but like, I can't help but make fun of him.
It's fun. Yeah,
I love you, Andrew.
$100 on it.
I know.
$170. I know.
Jim, when
I spent a whole week like going back and forth. Do I bite or not? Because I just got
$70. Do you know how many drill bits you can buy for $170? Because Gus can tell you in the chat.
When I see you next,
They're $6 each.
Denver, I'm bringing this lock for you because this is unpickable. Even Bosnian Bill can't pick this lock.
Oh, gee. Well, I'm no master at picking. If he can't pick it, I probably can't.
No, I've been trying for months. I can't pick it. It's crazy.
Watch Mike work his lock.
Rake
that shit. Rake it.
Are you single pinning that?
Rake it.
Yeah, I am
Well,
picking.
you gave Arcade Danger a spot, right? A link.
Yeah, I did. I sent him
I think we got
in
the spot.
Slack.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, what?
Oh,
all
he's
right.
got to
So,
depart.
Lewis, you can get here. Come on.
He has to
All
cut
right.
out.
all right. So I'll try to explain this in record time because our attention spans suck balls right now.
An hour later.
You have 20 seconds.
All right. So you keep all just like the other one.
I'm already confused.
Oh, Andrew. So this goes into the lock, and with all the pins recessed. You slide this in there, and then the way that this works is you're actually trying to pick it. You can do it all at once, kind of like the other one I showed you, but the way that this works best is to single pin it. So what that means is after you've slid this part in there, each one of these screws on the side here are for each pin, and on the back here, I don't know how well you can see this. There's pins on the back here that you can push in order to push each one of these pins out. So the way you do this, you slide this in the lock. You turn it slightly, like as if you're trying to open the lock. So most of the time it's clockwise. And the reason why you do that is that you want to get one of those pins to bind. So each one of these locks, and I don't want to get too technical about this, but each one of the pins will bind in a certain order. And so you start going through each one of these one by one. You start pressing on them, and if one of them snaps, that's the binded pin, and you just unlocked that one pin. Then you keep going through, and you have to go around several times, but you're just pressing each one of these in, all the while that you're holding this in place. And so like one will snap into place, then you kind of go around, they might be frozen, then you hit the next one and it moves. So you keep going around until each one of those pins, each one of those binded pins in that certain order is picked. And all that requires is you're pressing each one of these.
Excuse me.
Once you can feel, because you're putting a little torque on it, you can feel once it's picked. As soon as you feel that, before you've actually opened the lock. So at that point, when it's all picked, when all the binded pins have been unlocked, and you can feel this start to twist, you could open the lock up, but you're only going to get one turn out of it, and then you're going to have to do this all over again if you want to lock it back up.
Shit. Pick that.
Oh shit!
That's
hell?
talking about how
Oh,
to
yeah,
figure
okay.
out how to pick old locks like this. When,
All right,
Go on.
when you know.
I'm confused.
Jacob's talking to
He's
someone.
talking to himself with his wife.
So
All
Jimbo,
right, so
He's getting dirty.
Yeah, they are. Hey, let's listen in. Oh yeah, baby.
are you guys making out?
Talk some more.
Talk some more.
Talk. Make it hot.
Work
Give
that
us some
camera lock.
Marty, Jacob. Give us some
That's,
Marty.
he's got to pry it open and slam it in.
Okay, so you've went through and you've got the lock picked because each one of the pins is now picked. So before you do anything else, before you actually turn and open the lock, you tighten these guys down because right now these are loose in order for these pins to move. And by tightening these down, you lock this into place, the actual the pick. And so in a sense, you've made a key. So now you can open up the lock, but you can also lock it back up. You can do whatever you want. This is now your key. And this kit comes with a little tool here. If you
Yeah, so how do you make a number? So you take it to like a locksmith and be like, I need a 1, 2, JB, 7, 8.
You could actually
jerk me off 27. And then you get free laundry.
Yeah, so this guy here has numbers 1 through 7. So you go through and you measure, okay, I've got a 2, I've got a 3, I've got a 4, and it starts from where that pin is, and you kind of go in a clockwise fashion. Yeah. This is pin 1, 2, 3. So you write these numbers down, and then either you can go to any place that makes keys, or you could buy. They do make key making devices, but they run several $100s. Which I mean, for someone
that's
not me.
More affordable.
Yeah, you already spent $200.
Right, $170. What's another?
You can make us all keys, Jim.
Yeah, for free laundry.
We'll send you
free laundry. Yeah, but that's how it works. You pick the lock, and then you tighten these down, and then you've basically got.
You're right. Those are fucked up. Those are fucked up locks, though. You're right. I mean, that's crazy talk. I remember looking at those locks and realizing they had pins in them.
Fucking drill that shit.
All I just keep seeing is Jimbo like at a laundromat, like doing it, and somebody walks up and it's like local man found at laundromat, like picking locks.
That's what he gets
sitting there with an
arrested.
old piece.
Yeah, that's what I would get busted for.
He's like, yeah, that little laundry is gonna cost you $1.75. I'll do it for $1.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was kidding about. I'm like, I'm just gonna go down the hall here. I'm gonna decode one of the locks, and then I'm just gonna get my own key made, so I have free laundry.
Jim's right though. You get into this hobby, you just feel like, oh man, this looks like a fun lock to pick.
It's so much fun. Like,
no, dude, I totally agree. Like that seems like fun.
It's great. Carrie was over a couple weeks ago, and I was showing her how to. I used Arkanoid, and I'm like, and she was able to pick that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's these cam. The thing is that the cam locks, the locks that we use on our games, are so easy to pick.
Yeah,
what scared the pants off of me was picking my own apartment lock. I'm like, oh my fucking god, this is so easy.
Yeah.
If you were to put the perfect lock on your house, let's say you're protecting all of your arcade games, all of your porn, I mean, all of your everything that meant something to you, like what kind of lock would you put on there?
I don't know. I mean, the average Joe isn't gonna.
No, but like
it would
someone's gonna watch your videos on YouTube and know how to break into your apartment. So like,
I would probably go on YouTube on like
Bozzy and Bill.
Bozzy and Bill.
You know what? He tells you the answer to that, Andrew. He tells you what locks to buy that are unpickable or that are going to be so difficult that it's not going to be. They're going to have to bring like a plasma cutter to get it off.
Unfortunately, the common house deadbolt
yeah
isn't difficult at all. It's
30 seconds.
Yeah, you need the ones that have like a lot of security pins and.
So remember that one show that we did on here, and I
want this fucking lock to my fucking garage. So
no, remember this lock I picked like in 30 seconds. So
Yeah,
this is the lock they give you at storage sheds, right? And you can pick this in
that's nothing.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
So because of Bosnian Bill, I got this lock, which is an Abus lock from Germany, made in Germany.
Hold on a second. Let me.
You can
present
stop presenting me, please.
Stop. Let me present you.
Oh, sorry.
Presented.
So
Go ahead. Tell us,
this
Mike.
lock
all
by
about your-
Abus is made in Germany, and it cost $80. This is not a fucking cheap lock. $80, seriously. Look it up.
I
Do
believe you.
Do you see the top
Why
there?
does it cost-
Security alert. It's a number 9. Now all that stuff you see in like Home Depot with master locks that are like security alert 9 and 10, you could pick any of those master locks in like 10 seconds. I'll show you myself. They're ridiculously easy.
So open that shit up and crack it for us to see.
This is in my storage shed. I can't pick it.
I should post. Actually, I should
It's at my
find out
storage
why
shed. But this lock I picked on the show before. This is the one they give you that's like cheap at like $10. It's just hard to do on cam to pick on the cam. So, but I did that on the show like
so
months ago. What?
That's a little anticlimactic.
Go ahead. What's anticlimactic, Andrew?
I don't know. The answer is like, all right. So Jimbo says that he can pick any lock in like 5 seconds.
No,
you're like I can
15 to
pick any
20,
lock in
30
like
seconds.
Here's the hard lock, and it's like I can pick that
All
shit
right.
in like 30 seconds.
hold
so.
on.
Yeah,
If you
but,
wanna
but
see
you
a
have to
demonstration.
practice. You have to practice, and and it's not every lock. No way. I just posted a link to one of his better videos that just talks about the different ways you can pick locks and it's just how to approach a lock for the first time and his methods. And it's a great. I've watched it like 4 times because he does a really good job.
It's not
of
all
explaining
about
things.
picking them in record speed, Andrew. I mean, it's fun. You can do some of them like that, but it's more fun single picking things and getting each pin to lock in place and doing all.
Well, and
5
understanding how the lock works.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got these with my Sparrows kit, Jim. I got these practice locks like this.
Oh yeah,
So
the
they show
transparent ones.
They show you. Well, these aren't transparent, but they show you the pins.
Oh,
for
nice.
each
Yeah.
one of them. So kind of like you can kind of practice on those, you know. So I mean, this lock right here. I mean, it's hard to give a demonstration on live cam, but you put the what do you call it, tension wrench in there. It's hard to do on cam, and this one you can rake. This is one of the reasons why. Actually,
Wait, what rake are you? It looks like you're using a city.
I'm using this rake.
Yeah, you're
This
using a
this
city
one don't-
rake. That's
city
the one I use for rocking, huh?
It work. It'll work on this one. This is the lock they give you at what do you call public
storage
or whatever
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I've got ones just like that.
Yeah, because actually, what I do when I pick locks, I put it in like a vise.
That's like a. Oh yeah,
It's kind of hard to
it's
do.
a lot
with
easier.
Cam, but hold on one sec. See, it's like you can't
Yeah,
really
rake
do
that
it in
bitch.
30
Do it hot.
seconds, but eventually you'll get it open.
Faster.
Do it slow.
This is the worst movie ever.
I know. Right?
You know what? Whatever. Keep on talking.
Time
I'll
alert.
pick while you guys are talking. Go ahead. Hello.
Well, now we got.
Time runner. Answer the night's question. Go.
All right, Mark.
Just answer the question.
What's your oldest fucking game?
What's the oldest partner you've done? No.
What's my oldest arcade game? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's
So what's
what do
what's
you really
what is-
think of the arcade?
Actually, Jim, it's kind of funny. I used the wrong rake. You're right. This is
Yeah,
this is
'cause that's a rocking.
this
There
is
you
the rake
go.
you should be using.
Yeah,
Right
that's
here.
like a worm or a snake. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I picked the wrong one.
All right,
You
you've been
need eyes. You need a nibbler.
Nibbler.
Man versus
So yes,
Bird.
Mark. What is the oldest game you ever bought, owned, and Pinball Arcade. What's your answer?
The answer is 1976 Atari Le Mans.
Oh,
For
I think we have a winner.
Yeah, there's the winner. Answer all ready to go.
So was Le Mans like precursor to Sprint?
Yes.
Yes.
So top down.
Love it.
It's very TTL looking.
Okay.
But yeah, but like the game though, it's like top down, steering wheel, pedal.
Yeah. Single player.
Yep.
Bird's eye view of the track, right?
Totally is. It's amazing how long they took them to like build up to Super Sprint.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Gak, you and I.
That's like 10 years, right?
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
love for that
exactly.
game. Like, you know, that's
Absolutely.
a great fucking game.
Absolutely.
But it went through so many iterations before we ever were playing it. That's fucking awesome. Love it.
Yeah, I still
right,
got to
so-
clean up. I have 2 PCBs, so hopefully it's enough to get one working.
That's not part of the question. You just shut up. I'm just kidding. So tell us more about your fucking.
Hey, Mark.
Yo.
What's going on? What's with the doll?
The doll?
The doll or something. I said not
Oh, it's
live.
Facebook.
Oh,
post.
Hi Stranger?
Yeah.
Hi Stranger.
Oh, that. Well, I mean,
We can't unsee you.
Dude, that was creepy.
Your face on the Hi Stranger character now.
Ruined my day.
Yeah.
Ruined
you know what's
my
funny is that
day.
nobody goes to that channel except for you guys.
All right, so someone post a link so I can put it in YouTube.
Yeah.
I did earlier, but I don't know where it's at now.
Mock called it though. I think Mock's still in England, but he called it. It was like salad fingers kind of a style.
Medco. Sorry, Chuck. I know we're stepping back into the
Okay,
lock
Andrew, I just
conversation.
posted the YouTube link.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Medco, what are you talking about?
Oh, here it comes. Yep.
Those are those good locks.
So yeah, no. Chuck 12 says Medico, protect arcades, and porn.
Telephones. I
Don't
bought
say
my
porn.
payphone and
Yeah,
it came
you heard
with
me.
Medico locks, whatever you call them, Medico. And
Yeah.
that was literally the hardest lock I ever had to pick. It took me like a half hour. But you can't drill into a payphone. They were built to be drill proof, because they're in public.
Yeah.
So I had to learn, obviously, from Bosnian Bill how to pick a medical lock. And I did it. It was really hard. But then after I picked it open, I bought new keys and sets for it, So
wait,
it was worth it.
so Chuck, dude, like you should be on this fucking show. Like, I want to hear more about this.
Yeah.
Like, why are you buying these really expensive locks to protect your arcades? Do you should have location? Like, are you an operator? Like, I want to know more about like what's going on.
Not cheap. They're very expensive, like $30 to $50 a lock.
Right.
Mike, do you use any of the tension?
I don't need that shit in my garage.
What, Jim?
Holy
Do you have any of the top tension wrenches for the top of the lock? Do you
Top
use
of
any
the
of those?
Can you show me? What are you talking about?
For the dual tension wrenches.
I have a
You know-
tension
you know-
wrench sides.
Yeah, I know, but you normally put the tension wrench in the bottom of the keyhole.
Yeah,
You
that's
normally,
right.
do you have any of the tension wrenches for the top?
No, I don't think I do, actually.
I just bought a set of those. They're supposed to
Show
be
me.
arriving soon.
Oh, you don't
So
have
you have more room to work with on some of the tougher,
Yeah,
the ones that don't give you that much space.
In my Sparrow set, though, the tension wrenches come in all sorts of sizes.
Yeah, they give you a shit ton. Both the sets I bought, yeah.
I love
but they don't have the top ones.
I buy
No,
almost
the Sparrows
everything
are nice.
from them. They're like
Canadians.
they're Canadian, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I really like
Them
their
and
set.
the Southords are nice too. Well, and Peterson, yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah.
I just
The
like
American made stuff. I won't buy Chinese shit again.
Oh God, no, yeah. $15 freaking a waste of money. I couldn't even.
You
pick
really
a
get what you pay for. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I might have missed this last week, but it's a week or two old conversation. Did you guys happen to see the thread where a guy posted a link to YouTube? Yeah, yep.
I saw that.
There's this guy who has like a YouTube series where he like explores abandoned buildings and houses and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking
and
about.
he explored this
Unknown
one.
cameraman.
where he found arcade games in this basement, and like there was a reactor and some other games.
Yep.
So it was like in Illinois somewhere, I think.
Yeah, Illinois.
You guys saw that thread, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's like this weird kind of ethics question about that. Like,
can you take
I don't know. I'd be so tempted to just say, fuck it, I'm going in there, I'm taking the shit, and just gonna leave.
I think the answer, well, we got an attorney on the call.
Yeah, she's.
I think the correct answer was even if a house is abandoned, that you can't just start going in there and plumaging it.
That is true. Yes.
So
ideally, you want to go the correct route.
Here's the thing:
find out who owns the
property,
place.
regardless if it's abandoned, whether it's
still a Sundance
or the city or the state. Somebody owns that property.
Yeah. So
everything on it.
I chimed in on the thread, and the YouTube link. The guy he shows a receipt that he finds in this squatter house, and the receipt has like a address of a local Walgreens or something like that. Assume it's local. And I think I posted some comment in the thread. Some guy private messaged me and said, "Hey, I saw this too. I'm thinking the same thing. I live near there." Or no,
shit.
He's all, "I know someone who lives near there." I think something like that. And he's like, "We're gonna figure it out." Private message. I'm like, "This is awesome, dude. Go for it, man."
Oh shit.
Ideally, yes, you're right. Go through the right channels. Contact the local banks or whoever might own the property.
That video was a couple of years old too, don't you?
No, it's like December. It was like 4 months ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not that old.
A couple years, couple months.
Wasn't there like a big old thing on Clov about something like that where it
There's always a big thing.
Sundance
fight between everybody? Like
Sundance.
Yeah, Sundance.
Yeah, Andrew mentioned that.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's a really old thread.
Yes. Like what? Maybe 2011-ish, somewhere around there.
2010, 2009, 2000. Yeah, something like that. It was old.
Yeah. So that's the kind of the borderline thing where you got to figure out how to handle the situation. I probably ultimately try to go the right route and keep it on the down low.
Yeah, I mean that whole fucking thing. Jesus.
Most I just have the feeling that most banks would be like, "No, we can't let you in there. It's a hazard."
Yeah.
That all that's going to be set for demolition. Where you're like,
asbestos or who knows what's in there.
That was my equivalent to boring.
Boring.
No, I'm just Gleek. I just posted a link in chat for Bosnian Bill's review of the Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Mine works exactly the same as that one.
I'll check it out tomorrow.
Really well.
Oh, actually, I should click on it before the chat ends. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That tool looks like a crazy contraption compared.
This was a good topic, and it's. Oh, you know what? I've seen this video before.
Yeah, mine works the exact same.
I just like the one how all his little things stick out, and you just like twist them and.
Yeah, mine you just have to press. I actually a lot of times I'll use something else to press because they're little metal tabs.
Yeah.
But it works the exact same. And then the screws are just on the side versus on the top.
Like is like what, $500?
No, they're the same. They're almost exactly the same price.
Okay.
This one new is like $273, and that one's like actually you can't find those Petersons the one that he has anymore.
It's hard to find that.
But they're like they're both right around the $300 range new.
Yeah.
eBay had one going for like $110. And then this one showed up afterwards.
Funny? I totally forgot. You know how we had the Secret Santa on Club? I know a lot of you guys didn't get into it, but somehow
I've done that for a couple of years.
Somehow this guy, my Secret Santa, somehow found out that I enjoy picking locks in his Secret Santa gift.
And he sent you a dildo.
A lock for me to pick.
He sent you a ball gag.
Ball gag. I wish. He sent me a lock and all kinds of shit. It was like one of the really coolest Secret Santa gifts I've ever got. I know he spent way over $20-$30 for it. So it's on Claw what he got me. So if you want to see
a good ball gag that doesn't taste like shit. That's gonna be like $20-$30. I mean,
it was flavored strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, it's the ones that don't like hurt the back of your head and don't stretch out the sides of your mouth in such a point where you can, like.
Maybe they're a little bit chewy, like rubbery, so that you can actually clamp.
You gotta have the right amount of give.
And Gleek, the least you can do to show them your appreciation is try it out and post yourself nude with it and send it to them.
Yikes!
I'm good there.
I can't wait for those pics.
Why do you think he's growing his hair out, Gak?
Right.
Changing my identity.
I like bears.
Losing my religion.
So, Time Runner, what's new with you?
How's Arcade Podcast?
Speaking of ball gags, I don't know why I said that.
Speaking of ball gags and
actually, I support the pseudo Minnesota podcast. I say pseudo because I no longer live in Minnesota.
But I try to pretend like I am.
And they don't recruit other Minnesotans. I've noticed. Just the three.
Why would you say that, Jim?
Yeah. Because like Sean hasn't been on the show.
Yeah.
We've talked
Chris
about that.
Rhodes hasn't been on the show.
The big hitters.
Yeah, right.
He's trying to guilt trip you, Time Runner.
They've tried to recruit me for years. Or wait a second.
By the way, Time Runner, I did hear
I have too much of a foul mouth for that show. They're all like kid friendly.
Actually, you know what?
Bunch of cocksuckers.
I've listened to I think pretty much every one of them, but I think sometimes they spit out a feed that's got all the adult language in it.
Yeah,
right, Time Runner?
Yeah, so Adam removes all that so that it's G-rated on iTunes. So,
but I've got an iTunes feed that wasn't G-rated. It was full on unedited.
Interesting.
Probably by accident.
Bootleg.
Yes.
So why hasn't Jim been invited? Because that's
he's on my list actually.
I'm on the B list. C list. Okay.
If Walter Day cancels, then Jim, you're in.
Oh well, that's. But don't twist my pull my leg here.
Jimbo, I was kind of shocked to hear it was a couple episodes ago. And I think Time Runner, you were talking about your mousetrap PCB you got from me.
Yep.
And the guy was like, "We should have Gak on sometime." I'm like, "What?"
Oh yeah, and we are because
my reason has been they don't want another sound technician on there because then you just be competing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, no,
too many sounds. Stop it,
Jim. It's your face and someone else's fucking mouth talking.
So there's two episodes. There's 2 episodes.
No, it'll be like competing people, and then all of a sudden, like before I know it,
yeah. The Time Runner, you said 2 episodes coming up.
Right. So we're gonna do a special episode tomorrow. It'll be like an ABC after school special.
Oh, damn!
I have been actually. I haven't listened to too many other. I've listened to parts of the shows, but it is damn good quality, and it sounds. I'm all about the Minnesota crew doing shit. That's awesome.
I'll be completely honest. The first one was pretty kind of snoozerish, but it's really kicked up.
That's everyone's first show.
Yes.
Except
they had Buffett on, right?
No, they had Jen.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, I'm sorry. It was the Nibbler guy that talked about Buffett. Okay.
Yeah, the Nibbler guy.
Jen May.
Now we have to make everyone just as good as the Tim McVeigh.
His wife is hilarious.
I'll call Tim McVeigh out any day. He's talking about eyes. I hear no.
His wife was hilarious though on that episode. It really reminded me of like Ian Kellogg's wife when they were on here with us on some nights.
Huh.
Honestly, I'm so curious though, because he likes eyes. I want to be like, well, you played way back in the day, like. so obviously you have experience. Like I was actually really, I wasn't mad or anything or being a dick. I was just like frustrated that he didn't respond to my message because I was so damn curious about because he obviously likes eyes. Like I want to know what are his strategies?
Potato.
What's his best score? That was my
versus Snake.
I thought it was more like he likes to play games where he has to use both hands.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, so like a joystick
What
and a fire
man
button.
likes those
Right.
games?
So he likes that more, but he's all about Nibbler though.
Nibbler is a one-handed game.
I know, right? See, so maybe he's trying to get that other hand some action. I don't know.
Hey, Jimbo,
Spice it up.
do you like
I just saw your post, Crafty. I was just responding in the chat to the medals you did.
Oh, I was going to ask you on what the hell? I had it in my mind, but now it's gone. Sorry.
Crafty, Jesus Christ, you're all quiet, all
I
fucking
know.
damn
I
it, Crafty with nothing.
Half an hour, and then I finally have something to say. And I'm like,
All right, everyone shut up until Crafty fucking figures out who he's going to say.
Yeah.
I'll just keep
Shut
drinking.
up. Shut up.
Crafty. We were talking about
Crafty. Everyone shut up.
Okay,
Crafty, go.
I got it. The name for Jim's movie about eyes is Man versus Potato.
I love that joke.
Didn't someone
I'm so glad we
come
spent
up
the whole
with
fucking show talking about Crafty. saying
Yeah,
Man versus
Crafty, welcome to like a
You're
week and a
fired.
half ago.
Wow.
Oh,
Where's the
I was here a week and a half ago.
Where were you on that one, dipshit?
All right. I think you're a visionary.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to open 2 arcades.
Unstoppable.
Crafty, the Nostradamus of Kane.
Crafty,
I
here
expect
every
you
week.
to be at I expect Crafty to already have a multi-million point eyes game because I released all my secrets.
Yeah,
I know. I
public.
haven't read that yet. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. I've been
You
talking
watched the
to
video, right?
I did watch some of the video, yes. And I have the machine in my basement. So, but I've been so busy on the FPGA Nibbler board trying to finish that I haven't really done anything else in the last 2 months.
That just gave me a super idea. That just gave me a crazy idea. If Tim McVeigh's up for the challenge,
Yeah.
I should in that thread link him to my YouTube video.
Oh my
God!
God.
To practice up.
How about a 3-way challenge between you, Tim McVeigh, and Dwayne? For Denver 2017.
Yes.
And I will link. I will link
Because
them to my video.
Crafty and Dwayne are like best friends.
Dwayne lives out there, right, Andrew?
No, he doesn't live. He lives in Canada. But Dwayne and Crafty are like best friends forever.
How great would it be if I link them to my video? Be like, you have no excuse.
No.
City just posted a picture of him.
Yeah, he's playing one up like the giant Pac-Man.
Yeah.
He's like a vagabond.
Oh,
right?
wait a second. I think Dwayne actually has a score on eyes on
All right.
Galaxies.
Fess up, Crafty. He's living in Exity's van in your garage.
Probably. I might. Probably. Look.
All right. So we get Dwayne and Jim and Tim McVeigh to play Eyes at 2017 Denver.
Yeah, there you go.
And whoever loses has to suck the other 2 guys' cocks.
Oh boy!
That's the worst. At the same time.
That's a
never mind. I
contest.
stand corrected. I thought Dwayne had a score on Twin Galaxies for Eyes, but they only have 4 scores up there.
Yeah, they don't have a lot for eyes. There's really almost nothing. Like 4 million was their previous.
Then two 7 million point games, and then that 23 million game.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
I would like to hunt down this Rugi Elliott, who has the 1983 Eyes record. That 23 million. Be like
the same Italian guy from Nibbler.
So, Time Runner, who's going to be on tomorrow night?
Well, tomorrow night we're going to talk about what happened at Mall of America over the weekend. We have
and you're going to play Billy Mitchell.
Okay, so that's Arcade Radio on YouTube. At what time?
Can you tell us what happened, or is that too much spoilerage for our 6 viewers?
Well, I owned a Pac-Man that I had in storage. I sold it to Adam. He restored it, and then the Minnesota Lottery had Adam bring that game. They flew in Billy, and they had a little thing in the Mall of America. And so we're gonna decompress and when you take somebody that's been held prisoner for a real long time and then you debrief them, that's basically what we're gonna do.
So who's gonna be on?
It's just gonna be us.
Okay.
So basically,
break it down.
I'll sort of host and then ask Dan Reed and Adam what they did over the weekend, and then Thursday's a regular show.
So what time is it on each day?
It's always 8:15 Central.
Central.
So-
Okay, so
15.
6:15 Pacific.
Right.
Okay.
What happens in the 15 minutes that are not?
Oh well, we usually review the show notes. I mean, we're very structured.
Yeah, you are.
So yeah, there's not a lot of ad libbing going on.
There's
Well,
a place for that though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. You could and like I have my own little section and stuff. So
yes,
5 seconds
Love it.
spotlight.
no, we don't. We even cut that out. So that's
The
kind of
Uncle Rico notes and
Rico
all
moment.
It's a 1 second spot. Like it's like hi, and we're moving on.
Yeah, that's great. I love
I like games, and we're moving on.
We're moving on here. Put that one away.
I'll tell you what I have been working on though. On the menu software and on the FPGA board, I'm setting up some themes so you can pick the theme for the menu. You want it to be Nibbler, Fantasy, Pioneer Building, and then once I get eyes running, jump up, that kind of stuff, you can pick this will be theme. You can change your theme to fit whatever game you really want.
Boobies.
DNA will be a theme.
Can you make a version? You make a version of Nibbler where it's just a penis, and then
it's like the snake from Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It's a big old snake.
Just like the shaft keeps growing.
That can really change the dynamics of the game. Keeps
Mark,
growing and growing.
Oh no.
Mark, off topic. I was just thinking about this now. I'm actually I have more respect for the arcade podcast because coincidentally I met you going to Adam's party.
Right. Yep. I know. That's
funny.
why I feel like it's an inevitability you're going to be on the show. So
yes. If I say yes, I was kidding.
I'm just going to have you go over to Adam's house, and then you're not going to realize
Dan Reed too. Well, I met Dan at I've heard rumors about Sean potentially being able to swing a party this year. You've never? Oh fuck, that's right. You're in fucking Texas. I always forget that you're You're not.
But my wife's family's still in Minneapolis, and so we come up there every once.
Have you ever been to Sean's parties?
Nope. One time I dropped off a game with Dan to Sean's house. He wasn't there, and Dan's like, "Just leave it on the driveway. It'll be fine."
Was that the Bubbles? No, I'm just kidding.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, I thought so.
Mark, I need to set the tone with this too, though.
Okay.
We're all a loving, happy family.
Yeah.
And we should not have a problem mentioning each other's, podcasts and whatnot, right?
Okay. Do you have a podcast?
Okay.
Do you want me to mention it?
Well, whatever. This one.
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
call it a podcast.
It's
so
a
if we,
show.
if anybody goes there and we talk about stuff,
I mean, you made your start in this fucking show. Come on.
True. Okay, I'll give you a plug.
Your internet debut was on this show.
Granted, I don't really consider this a show. I just people eavesdrop on our Hangout.
Yeah, you got to know your roots, man.
No, but which is Minnesota.
And
Right,
Timer,
Scott,
I don't know if we've talked about it multiple times, but we keep mentioning Denver in August.
I think we're going.
That would be awesome.
Bonus.
It's gonna be a good time. So
we will make
it. It's not a tournament, right, Andrew?
Yeah, not a tournament.
But Mark, you got to make it to Sean's party if he has one. They're always epic. They're always a damn good time. And Dan's usually there. Most years that I've only been out there three 3 times. Yeah, I got in on that.
If Sean's
late
throwing
in the
a
game.
party, I'm gonna come out and crash at your place, Jim. So
I'm going to hold you up to that. That it's always Memorial Weekend, pal.
hold me up to that. Let's do it.
Then I'll hold
me
on
up
to you.
against you. I mean
Well,
that.
Sean's house is getting put together, so I think that he's getting close to where
Yeah.
they're moving in.
He's
like-
already got carpet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming together pretty quick. Chris was telling me all about helping them out with it. Yeah, that place is fucking huge.
And he's got a ramp. He's got a ramp into it.
Yeah.
So let's bring
wheelchair accessible.
I have a 180-degree twist in my stairs, and he has a ramp.
Let's bring some of the flatbed carts, and we can just like ride down into his arcade.
Right. That's how I want to enter.
Jimbo, you need to you need to work on Sean with that. We need to
That's a
have
good
him
entry
on-
noise.
We need to have him on here to, so we can all congratulate him on his, game room completion.
Shit, the day that he actually comes on this show. Well, we got John, we got Joe.
John and Joe, yeah. So,
Yes.
You know what? Like, I'll keep texting Sean.
I will too. We have a few texts back and forth.
If anything,
Sean's got
I
some
would get-
friends in this group, so we can maybe make
Yeah,
something
and
happen.
I think honestly, if Sean was going to come on here, he'd pull a crafty and not have a webcam. But it'd just be
That's fine.
It'd just be voice.
Well, I think he'll be more open to it when he's in his own house because he's been living with his in-laws for like 2 years.
Are you
something.
kidding me? He's dying to show off that house. I mean,
Right.
look at the pictures and on Facebook and Love. I mean, Sean, give us a tour. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna text Brad to shut the shit down, unless someone has it.
Yeah, I am so ready to get another beer and I'm never too hungover. And
So, thank you, approximately 5 or 6 viewers tonight. We appreciate you guys being on here.
At one time, we were up to at least 11.
No, I saw it at
Yeah,
20.
they're mostly us though.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
we,
what I
we
mean.
love you. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. If I miss anybody,
us.
I'm going to do a shout out right now. We got Gus and Brian.
Yeah,
and,
do that. I love that.
Titan.
Yeah.
Also known as Greaseball. Titan.
Yeah, we got Arcade Danger.
Titan is Greaseball.
Oh yeah, Lewis.
Um,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Who tried
Brian,
to
if I didn't
Yeah,
say
right.
it
You
already.
get to sign off.
Who else? Am I forgetting anybody?
Bob Zarzadek.
Bob Zarzadek. That weird,
Tips
freakish,
McGinnis.
white-haired guy that likes to show his bare bottom.
It wasn't
That
Bear.
scares me.
Seabart?
yoga
No.
No.
Who else?
No,
Did I
Seabart
miss
just
anybody?
showed his chest.
And right now it's
Nashville and Clint.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you for
Clint
coming
Torres. We had Clint Torres.
on. Torres.
in the
Yep.
chat for a couple minutes.
Yeah. So
You
yeah,
know-
Gus Bryan, Chuck.
Lethargy, Mike.
I have to say, this
Mike
is probably the
Lethargy.
most active night I've seen in the chat.
My Street
on
Fighter
YouTube.
buddy, Mike Lethargy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We've had-
It's showing 11 people watching right now, and I think there's 10 of us on our chat. So there we go.
That's all good.
Whoever that one
We got
person
one.
is,
At some
thanks.
point, yes.
It's probably
That's the one
Brian.
that gave us the thumbs down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Please give us
We're gonna
the-
hunt you down.
Yeah.
and give you
Yes.
kisses on all your pink parts.
Francis.
Ooh,
it's all
and
right.
brown
I forgot
parts.
to mention-
Oh, no.
mention you, Francis.
No,
Hey,
no,
Jim.
no.
Jim.
Was I crossing the line?
Not brown parts.
Too much, you know.
Not that,
No,
yeah,
no.
right. No.
Oh, no, brown.
Pink parts, not brown parts.
I was thinking of desoldering your big blues, but maybe not.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yes.
That's
thank
what
you
I
very
was
much.
wondering.
Actually, let's very briefly let's plug our Denver 2017.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
August 18th and
Plug it.
19th.
And it's at NATT, right?
Yep.
We call it not a tournament.
Yeah.
That's correct. So we will have posts going on here on Clav. Contact
All games that involve you thrusting and gripping and pushing on things.
That's right. With partners.
Yes.
I think you've had enough.
And the flatulence.
I'm
So,
so easily amused.
Copious
It's so
amount of
sad.
flatulence from Jimbo.
I know, we're all quiet, like hearing you like talk about like locking picks and shit like that.
And thank you, Time Runner from Arcade Radio.
Apparently, yeah. So all of our special guests. Jacob wooden arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Showed up to
Or
the
guys, you and you buy me a bunch of beers at Grinkers.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I like the Jimbo's
Suggestive,
lockpick challenge.
Right.
That's it. Everybody bring your lockpicking gear because
Yeah.
We're gonna break into a car and fucking steal it.
Right? Oh my god, I love it.
Open Andrew's
Fucking crying. I can't stop.
It's gonna be like a Plymouth.
bag party.
That's right. Everybody's
Brad's like, longest good night ever. He's like, I'm ready to shut your shit down.
Oh, I'm fucking crying.
Oh my god.
We'll see you guys every Tuesday.
We'll be back
That's
next
right,
week.
whether you want to or
7
not.
or 8 p.m.
Much like the rings,
Yeah.
it's just gonna like your computer's gonna turn on, and there
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will be broadcasting. Yeah, your phone will ring. You'll pick it up.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like a shark in your ears. Good night.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
All right.
Night all. Thank you.
Bueno, it's time.
Yeah.